Welcome back, everybody. It's your boy, Don Chaos. Hit that like button, smash subscribe.
Let's get weird. Say your prayers, check the mic. Got my notes, we're live tonight. Cameras rolling, chats on fire. Super chats taking me up higher. Yo, what's up? Let's break it down. Crazy theories all around. Conspiracy, some rap reviews and interviews with sketchy dudes.
Enter podcast.
Mic is hot, stream won't crash.
Stream won't crash. Stream won't crash.
Clickbait title, thumbnails rad.
Thumbnails rad. Thumbnails rad.
Tell your mom, tell your dad.
Tell your dad. Tell your dad.
Wi-Fi strong, let's go in deep. Did Bigfoot take my Uber Eats? Aliens, ghostly vibes, or just some guy who's dead inside? Late night talks about rapping clowns. Don Chaos, don't mess around. If tech goes bad, then I might rage. But hey, like, comment, share this page.
Enter podcast.
Mic is hot, stream won't crash.
Stream won't crash.
Clickbait title, thumbnails red. Tell your mom, tell your dad.
Tell your dad. Tell your dad.
Shout out to the chat, y'all are wild tonight. Yo, who's trolling? Mods, get them out of here. What up, Evan? It's your boy, Don Chaos. We live, we raw. Hit that subscribe button or get the hell out. Wake your ass up, grab a drink. It's podcast time. What you think? Talking madness, going deep. Who stole my goddamn sleep? Clickbait title, views go high. UFOs and cryptids fly. Was Tupac clone, did Elvis die? Let's debate, don't ask me why. Enter pause. Whoa! Livestream strong, Wi-Fi last. Tech goes crazy, I might crash. Still won't stop, kiss my ass. Juggalos, rap reviews, conspiracies, I swear are true. Aliens hacked my phone last night. Now my fridge plays Megalite. A live chat poppin', what's the tea? Super chats and cash to me. One dude spamming, he's gone for life. Mods delete, block on sight.
Enter podcast.
Woo! Mic's on fire, stream won't lag. Clickbait title, thumbnails mad.
Thumbnails mad. Thumbnails mad.
Tell your mom, tell your dad.
Tell your dad. Tell your dad.
Oh damn, we got a gust in the house. Yo, what's up with the Illuminati? Did Bigfoot steal the moon? Did Bigfoot steal the moon? Did Bigfoot steal the moon?
Hangs your podcast.
Live tap hopping, what's the D? Super chat sending cash to me. One dude spamming, he's gone for life. Mods delete, block on smite.
Hangs your podcast.
Mic's on fire, stream won't lag. Clickbait title, thumbnails mad. Tell your mom, tell your dad.
Tell your dad. Tell your dad.
Oh damn, we got a gust in the house. Yo, what's up with the Illuminati? Did Bigfoot steal the moon? Did Bigfoot steal the moon?
Hey man, let them know a fucking podcast they tune into right now. Who's running that shit? Let's go.
Hours of Chaos with Don Chaos. The 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 hours of chaos. Jugs in this bitch, no jug shit. Karma King, Don Chaos, never switched from Denver to D-Town. His name carries weight clouds from all around. Know that he put it down like an OG. Just know he stays down. Eating phony jugs, covered up in steak sauce. That's how we stay on the Hours of Chaos.
this one. Of all the superstars on the roster, this guy is amongst the hardest working. That goes without saying.
Definitely shout out to Don Chaos. Much love to Carnival Spirits.
Shout out to you, Don Chaos. You've been putting in work, bro. Respect.
Congrats to Don Chaos for 1,000 subscribers. Whoop, whoop.
Keep it going, man.
Congratulations, Don Chaos. Yes, keep it going, man. Good luck to you, fucking Don Chaos. And fucking hell yeah on your 1,000 fucking followers.
Yeah, you know who it is. It's Ouija Mac, bitch. Shout out to Carnival Spirits. And fucking shout out to Don Chaos one time. You know what's going on.
This is my brother. Don Chaos and Brother Lynch Hung here.
Yeah, and Carnival Spirits, what's up, man? Don Chaos, what's up? It's your boy Brother Lynch, and we out here tonight. Let's
Fuego Flames and my nigga Don Chaos. What's going on, B? It's my brother right here. It's my boy. Excuse the left, excuse the left.
Going up, y'all. This is Don Chaos, and I'm with a very legendary man. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Hey, Sean. Yeah, we at the gathering, y'all.
Radio show of the year. This one's always controversial. Coming in number one, we got Hours of Chaos with Don Chaos. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, there. Congratulations, man. Don Chaos, Hours of Chaos.
Yo, 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 yo. What is good, everyone? We are back. We are back in live and in full effect. This is the Hours of Chaos podcast. This is episode 272, y'all. It's good to be back, and I'm just glad to say the Hours of Chaos podcast is back because, you know, I needed a little hiatus. It's good to have a little hiatus every now and then, but we're back and in full effect, y'all. We're still going to always be in basically what's called the Rising Like a Phoenix era, as we call it for me. For those that don't know, we reached 400 subscribers. We reached back to being 400 on this new channel. But last time I checked, now it's 401. So that is dope. We're just continuing grinding, living. You guys know Don lives for this jug shit. Always, always, always. Live for this culture and everything. Of course, we are going to be joined, making his debut on the Hours of Chaos podcast. It's going to be the one and only Unhappy. He's actually sitting in the green room right now. I remember when I asked him about being on the Hours of Chaos podcast, I know he was very giddy and he said he would be honored. So let's not keep y'all waiting. Let's go ahead and introduce him properly. Ladies and gentlemen, coming all the way from St. Louis, Missouri, making his debut on the Hours of Chaos podcast. Please welcome the one and only Unhappy.
What up, Don Corleone? What's happening with you?
Nothing much. I love that name.
No doubt. No doubt. What's going on with you?
I'm good. I'm chilling. It feels good to be back.
No doubt. No doubt. Home finally resting after a couple long weeks there of grinding hard. Feels good.
Exactly, it does. And like I was always taught growing up, you know, hard, even though some people don't believe it, but trust me, y'all, hard work does pay off. Trust me.
Yes, absolutely. For sure, for sure.
So yeah, for those that don't know who you are, give it a little brief introduction, who you are, where you're from, and then all that stuff. And then, yeah, we'll get with asking the questions.
Without a doubt, you know, Unhappy. Some people know me as Lou, but, I'm unhappy. I come from St. Louis, well, across the bridge in Granite City, born and raised there. It's pretty hard times out there, not much opportunity. So, rapping is something that kind of, ain't much else to do besides that and crime. So that's what I kind of levitated towards. So I've been rapping my whole life. And now here I am on the Don Chaos podcast. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. So how long have you actually been rapping? Like, how old were you when you actually start rapping? And when you started rapping, did you go by another rap name? Because most people went by another name before the name they could go with.
No doubt. Over the years, I've had, my name has evolved through time. When I first started, whenever I was like 14, I started out, I was LDA, which stands for my name with the name Awesome behind it. And then it turned into Long Dick Awesome. You know what I mean? And then it was L Dog Foo after that. L Dog and then L Dog Foo after that.
Oh yeah.
And then I retired that name in 2005, the L Dog Foo, and I've been unhappy ever since. So for the last 20 years, I've been unhappy.
Oh yeah, that's a long time. So what made you come up with the name Unhappy? Is there like a reason behind the name, or is it just something that people would call you?
Well, actually, it came from the old Acid Rap forums. It was a website that Isham used to host.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
On acidrap.com. And I was an active member on that for many a year. And, I would catch these bands from time to time. And then one day Isham asked me, bro, why you so unhappy? And I've been unhappy ever since. You know what I mean?
So basically you got almost the name in a sense from the Godfather himself, which is dope.
Yes. So that's, if Isham calls you unhappy, that's who you are. You know what I mean? Bottom line.
And that's basically how I got my my name, the Karma Millionaire. Like, yeah, I'm Don Chaos, but I got called the Karma Millionaire because the Juggalo community gave me that name. Because one day me and my homies were just listening to Your Life by Shaggy 2 Dope. And, he mentions in that song that he's the Karma Millionaire. People were listening to that song and looking at me and they're like, Don, this song describes you to a T.
Damn. That's what's up right there.
Yeah.
That's cool as hell.
So how would you describe the scene in your area? Like just the rap scene, everyone should know St. Louis. Obviously you guys had Nelly back in the day on all that.
Changy, Nelly. And now we got Sexy Red, and we got Metro Boomin. He's doing the beats, that's our big guys right now. But we used to have a really big Juggalo scene out here in the early 2000s, but you know how things have went over the years, but then it's starting to pick up. There's a lot of cool rappers out here. You got Crenshaw and Mr. Green, the 8-6 family, motherfuckers out here doing their thing. So when we're trying to build up the scene from the ground up, basically, and try to get it popping again,
Exactly. I've always loved
Yep.
I've always loved Missouri hip hop, especially when it comes to Kansas City and St. Louis. We all can't say we didn't listen to Nelly growing up, because we all did.
Right. We all did, no doubt.
I mean, Country Grammar. Come on, y'all.
Right. And yeah, there's even talks of them doing a new Country Grammar. Actually, I just heard the rumblings of that the other day.
And even back in the day, you had Stevie Stone when he signed to Strange Music. He's from St. Louis.
Stevie Stone is dope. Yeah. He's still out doing his thing for sure.
He is. I've talked to that dude many times, and he is a very humble, chill dude.
A very dope guy. My wife actually chefed for his wedding a couple years back.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that was really cool. Stevie's a good guy, man.
Yeah, and I like how when you hear his voice, it's him, and that's one thing I look for in rappers, when they have that unique voice that you can instantly recognize them. Snoop, it's Snoop Dogg by his voice. Tech, you can tell it's Tech by his voice.
Yes, absolutely. You need some sort of unique aspect to yourself for sure.
And that's one thing. And back then, even rappers back then, like everyone had their own sound and unique style. Like no one sounded the same. Like you could put on like some Run DMC and then put on maybe A Tribe Called Quest, and it would sound completely different.
Absolutely. Yeah. And honestly, as an artist, that should be what your goal is to, find your style and figure out a way to make it different or unique or bring something new to the game. Not just try to copy what somebody else has done or somebody else's format because it was a hit.
Exactly.
Really just try to be yourself and it'll shine through on the track.
Right. Like now, if you want to pay homage to someone, that's totally okay and totally something totally different.
Right. No doubt. Like me, I have that issue. I do acid rap, which is Isham style. So whenever I'm spitting, I have to make myself unique in that style to keep from biting. You know what I mean? Because there's a fine line there. You just want to spit like the Godfather, especially. But, you just got to do your own thing, And I found that over the years, just in cooking, ripping up other people's recipes and then you find your own. And it's a pretty good taste,
Oh, yeah. Like people don't realize writing music is art in of itself.
Right.
That's why we call Dev. We also call him Chef Dev because he's cooking all the time.
Yeah, he's one of the best chefs. Gourmet.
Yep. So what was like your introduction? We usually ask our guests, what was your introduction to like the wicked shit and the juggalo scene? Like what got you into it? Like what was the first song, if you can even remember, like hearing that like drew you in and you're like, what is this? I love this.
Well, actually, my introduction to the wicked shit was Isham. I was probably I want to say 14 years old. And one of the big homies, Reggie Price, he's on the back of the bus. We used to have them little cassette junts. And he's playing this Pussy Ain't Got No Face,
Classic song.
I'm like, Reggie, what the fuck is that? He's like, here, bro, borrow the tape. You're going to love it. I take the junt home and I was hooked. And like, just remembering back, listening to that, like we thought we was like the devil was going to come out the closet or something just from listening to that shit. You know what I mean? Like, it was so innovative. Booming Words from Hell. It was before any media got to the point it's at now. Even television wasn't even at that point at that time, to where things was, real life. There was still that blur of the dark side, if you will, that the veil's been kind of removed a little bit from that. I mean, now that you find out the code words that Isham was talking in is still relevant because, it's all code, you know what I mean? But, the scariness of it as you would grow up is less, but the realness is still there.
Oh yeah, and that's one thing I've always loved, especially in the 90s and 80s. Like a lot of people were experimenting with like that horror sound. And one reason why I've always loved the wicked shit or horrorcore or whatever you want to call it, like in my opinion, it sounds the same. It just has its own style. But the best way I've always described it to someone, you have different levels of hip hop. You have straight hip hop, then you have party stuff, then you have dance stuff, then you have gangster rap, which is showing society in the ghetto, where the wicked shit, it originally, and it still is in that format, where it touches on society in the form of a horror movie, or it touches on conspiracy theories, kind of like what Isham would do.
Yeah, and Isham more brings the real life aspect to it,
Exactly.
Especially in his earlier music. It was less of a horror movie and more of an aspect of real life.
Oh yeah, and you look at all the stuff that Isham was influenced by. Like he was heavily influenced by Black Sabbath. He was heavily influenced by the Beastie Boys.
Absolutely. Funkadelics, Prince, Michael Jackson. And real shit, Michael Jackson was really my introduction to the wicked shit. That's what, because I got his first album, that Thriller junt, whenever I was a kid.
Oh yeah, that could be considered a wicked shit song, at least to me it is.
That fucking Thriller, man, because it had this long intro, and I was probably like 8 or something playing that. And man, it scared the piss out of me at night and shit, hearing that wolf go off and shit.
And that's one thing I miss is like when music videos back then felt like little mini movies. That was dope.
Yeah, absolutely. We're trying to get back into that. We're going to have some nice visuals for this new project we're working on. That's part of the aspect that I'm trying to do. As you can see with the Smoke Another Joint video, we're really trying to bring that, you know, like Death Row style music videos back with the little movies and stuff cuts in.
Oh yeah. So like, you would say Michael Jackson was your introduction to the wicked shit, right?
Yeah, probably Michael and then Isham. I got into the clowns in about 97. And yeah, I've been following the carnival ever since, like, for sure. Yeah, that's heard the great Malenko and I was hooked.
Hell yeah, and it's hard to believe just a few days ago that album's 28 years old. That's insane.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Right. It just feels like yesterday I heard it for the first time.
Yeah, like I've always loved like all their eras, but there's just something unique that made the Malenko era dope when they had the dreadlocks and shit.
Right. It's like that album is a piece of perfection, bro. I don't know if anybody could ever recreate the magic that's on that album.
It is. It's a piece of music history. I always say that album is in Detroit, even music history, because a lot of people don't know this. What makes that album good is that album helped ICP make the first ever rap group out of Detroit to go platinum. How dope is that?
That's dope. I didn't know that.
And this is way before Eminem. So like when people think platinum, they're like, oh, Eminem. I'm like, no, ICP did platinum way before Eminem ever did.
No doubt. And they really worked on that album hard and they cooked it good.
Oh yeah, like some people put it in like the rap metal genre because of what was around during that. Then like you can always tell like the sound that ICP goes for, which each album, like when you listen to Carnival of Carnage, you can hear a lot of Beastie Boys, NWA influence.
Yeah. And same moving forward. I mean, I don't think they ever really stopped that. You know, the same, you know, it's all the guys in the hip hop industry that was kind of wicked shit, you know, the Beastie Boys.
Oh yeah.
Ghetto Boys. You know, they paid homage to the Ghetto Boys several times. Brother Lynch. Yeah. We need another Forgotten Freshness, bro, for real.
Agreed. Or like I've been saying for this gathering, you know how they usually do 2 sets where supposedly they're doing a Shangri-La set. I think one night they should do like a set where they do like songs where they were featured on someone's song or where someone was featured on their song. Like, could you imagine them doing the Shaggy show and then Snoop Dogg comes out and performs it with them? How dope would that be?
That would be dope. Yes, that would be super sick.
Like what made me think about that is at the last gathering I went to when ICP did their set. And then you start hearing this intro. You're like, where's that intro sound familiar? And they start playing Graveyard. And who comes out and performs it with them? Project Born. That was dope.
Dope.
And that's one thing I think the gathering needs to do more, especially if you're booking acts that are like, have done music together. That's one thing people love to see is artists that have done music together come out and like do songs that they've done with together. Like at Gorefest here in Denver, they do that a lot. Like a lot of the acts that have done music together, they'll come out and they'll like perform their songs together.
Right. And I heard Gloom Unit talking about that earlier on the live. You know, how the gathering used to be. The guys coming out and doing everything and, you know, cross your fingers on a Thug Pit. You know, that could possibly happen. This gathering with everybody there.
Yeah, like one time when Isham did like perform the gathering, I think this was 04, 05, he started playing Boom and then Jay and Shaggy come out and perform it with him.
Yeah, that was fresh as hell, for sure.
That's kind of the stuff I want to see. Like even when I went to the Gathering 21, like when DJ Paul kept teasing like he was going to perform Surprise, I was like, oh, it's Jay. I was like, at least just have Jay and Shaggy come out and do their verses too. That would be dope.
Right. For sure.
I was like, DJ Paul, I love you, but you're teasing us, man.
You're getting a false pop here, bro.
So before you discovered the wicked shit, like we all like listen to a lot of the music that our parents listened to. Like, what was like the first like real artist that you remember getting into? Like maybe something that someone in your family listened to. Like for me, I heard a lot of Prince, Michael Jackson, a lot of old school rock because that's what my family listened to, and I love that music even to this day.
No doubt. Yeah, before I discovered rap, and I had found rap before the wicked shit, like through LL Cool J, the
Hell
Beastie Boys, things like that. But before that, it was really heavy metal. And you know, the hair bands was big back whenever I was into that shit. So I liked groups like Rat. You know what I mean? That's funny. I don't even know if people know who that is. But they had a couple of junts that was pretty dope. Yeah, stuff like that. AC/DC and Black Sabbath and stuff like that. That's what my mom and dad listened to. My dad's a big metalhead. I got a brother that's in a metal band.
Oh, Shovel knows who Rat is.
Okay, no doubt. Some round and round shit. What comes around goes around, bitch.
I love that song too, and I've always loved Black Sabbath, and I always tell people I love D-Lo like as his solo work, and I love Ozzy, but in my opinion, it's not Black Sabbath without Ozzy. That's just my opinion.
No doubt, no doubt.
Now,
I really did like the stint with Dio. I really like Dio a lot. I've always have. He still has one of the dopest album covers of all time.
Oh yeah, and I liked some of his stuff in Sabbath, but not as much. Now, D-Lo's solo work, amazing.
Cold, no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when he made his cameo in Tenacious D in the Pick of Destiny, that was funny.
Yeah, I've never seen that, man. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's such a funny movie. You would love it. Like anyone who likes rock or loves Jack Black will love that movie because Jack Black, that dude can sing.
Yeah, dude's cold.
I mean, that's who I would love to see at the gathering is Tenacious D.
Wow, that would be different for sure. I don't know if they could stand the pressure. There'd be a lot of weird stuff going on, you know.
Hell yeah. LL Cool J is one of my other favorite rappers too. Like a lot of people don't know, he actually dropped an album last year, and even at 56, LL Cool J can still drop bars. So when there's been people saying, oh, a lot of these old cats need to just retire, I'm like, no. In rap, there is no age now. A lot of people that we listen to get better with age.
Right. Well, and he still has fans. So if you still have fans, you should, and they want to hear some new music, you should be making music for them. If motherfuckers don't like it, they don't even need to tune in,
Which I recommended it.
I was listening on the radio, that boy, like, signing his record contract on his 16th birthday. Like, man, dude's a legend for real. Like, if there's any GOAT in this business, it's LL, because from 16 years old to now, the boy's been holding it down for hip hop. And I don't really remember him doing much false. I mean, yeah, he did some whack tracks, but who hasn't? You know what I mean? But
exactly.
LL's always held it down.
Exactly. And I've always told people, in my opinion, you would say he was rap or hip hop's first superstar, in my opinion.
He was. Yep. Him and Jazzy Jeff, the Fresh Prince, before he did that little show, he used to be a big rapper too. But yeah, them guys paved the way for sure.
Hell yeah. Well, what was the first like LL song that you remember, since you said that was like some of the first hip hop you got into? What was the first song that like drew your attention?
Shit, That I Need Love, John.
Yeah,
that was the cut for sure. He had that, and I'm Bad. I don't know if you know that one.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I could probably still flow that thing back to back to this day. It's like one of the first junts. And then Easy came along, Eazy-E, NWA, twisted a wig back,
Yep.
And with that being said, I watched the culture change too, the culture of hip hop. It went from, just trying to make rhymes and trying to, figure out what hip hop is, to a gangster element. You know what I mean? And everything else kind of took a back seat because now people realized they could make some money off of this shit And the things that was making the money was the harder you could go, the deeper you could go, and it just kind of got worse and worse until it kind of changed the whole culture of us.
Exactly. Like, whoever even would have thought this year we would have heard that Slick Rick would drop an album after 26 years. And that's another example. Slick Rick, y'all. The dude is 60, y'all, and the dude still got bars.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I missed out. I forgot about mentioning him. Yeah, Slick Rick was another big one with the fairy tales.
Yeah, like I always say, when I think of great storytellers, I always think of Jay, Ice Cube, and then Slick Rick, and then LL Cool J, and then Eazy-E.
No doubt. 8 Ball.
Yeah.
8 Ball and MJG. He's a great storyteller. Notorious Big.
Yep. And that's one thing. Even the artists back then were like diverse. Like another perfect example is Tupac. He was very diverse. He could talk about gangsta shit. He could talk about serious shit. He could talk about political shit. He could talk about stuff that makes you think. He could do songs like Brenda's Got a Baby, or a song called Keep Your Head Up.
No doubt. Pac was amazing. And I always wonder where he'd be at today if he was still around. Like, would he be in a reggae band, doing something crazy?
I could see that, or like I told people, I think he would be like a political activist, and a really good one.
Right.
Like, I recommend the documentary on Hulu that anyone hasn't watched. It's about Tupac, and then it's also about his mom's life, and it's called Dear Mama. It's really good.
Yeah,
so like it like shows his mom's upbringing and when she was like in the Black Panther Party and all that.
Okay.
It's really good.
Yeah, that has to be an interesting watch.
Hell yeah. So what was like, actually, if you can remember, what was like the first album like that you ever remember like buying with your own money?
Wow. Buying with my own money. First album I remember buying. I know I remember taking the bus up to St. Louis when I was young and making them order me Esham albums because you couldn't buy them in the store.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's cool how you found out about Esham, because I'm sure he was very rare in St. Louis still, like around that time. Like, he was probably still local, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was local, and it was impossible. And then once you got the album, then there was a thing in there a little address. I wrote the little address, and then he would send me these little catalogs. Like every 3 months, he'd mail me this mailer in the mail and tell me all the little shit I could buy. And I'd get me, either a money order or put some cash in that bitch, check off the little boxes and mail it off. And I've never seen a gimmick for it, but the item that everybody wanted was the Grim Reaper robe. He had an actual Grim Reaper robe for sale with the RLP shit on it.
Oh, that's dope.
It was out of my budget though. I think he wanted like $100 or something for it, But boy, that was the dream, to get the Reaper robe, bro. You need to bring that back, man. The fucking God damn.
That, or bring back like the Coach jackets or the Letterman jackets, especially the RLP ones that were leather Letterman jackets. Them shits were dope.
Them shits are dope for sure. Yeah.
Like I have a psychopathic like Coach jacket, and now I'm just trying to save money to get the Chapter 17 one to match it.
Okay. Yeah, the Chapter 17 one's out of control.
Yeah.
The insides of them are sick. But yeah, every time he drops one of them jackets, I don't have the money to buy it. When I do, they're never to be found.
Oh yeah. And I don't know if you answered earlier, but what was like the first song that you heard by ICP that like drew you in, where you're like, what's this?
Well, I remember seeing ICP whenever I was in the Junt on the TV.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Whenever they was talking about the Disney thing. You know what I mean? And they was dogging them. They was dogging them on the TV, and we're all standing there and we're watching it in the day room. And I still remember they show the video from the Illusions. You know what I mean? And Jay comes out, and this the clip they show. They're like, his wife can't smile because he knocked his teeth out. And they're like, you see, this is who Disney's trying to fucking sign. It's like, what the fuck? And everybody's like, man, what the fuck is up with these guys? So that was my introduction to ICP right there. And then I got out, and what hooked me, honestly, like, I got to hear more, was the intro to that fucking Malenko, bro. Motherfucker fucking with the machine. I was like, these boys on some other shit, man. This is dope as fuck. I gotta hear more. And just listen to the whole thing like a movie, bro.
Exactly. Like, and that when they first came out, that was like something you never heard of. Like, you're like, oh, these two guys that are clowns and they're rapping. This is interesting.
Right.
And then they always even said back then, like, sometimes they looked too metal for the hip hop community, and then for the like metal community, they were too rappy and stuff, basically.
Right. Well, you know how it is when you're young, stigmatisms and what's cool and what's not is based on what the older homies say.
And I'm not gonna lie, when I first heard them, and I always tell people this, when I first heard them, like, I was a kid, so sometimes you don't know stuff when you're younger, but when I would hear them mention Faygo, I didn't think it was soda because, we didn't get Faygo here in Colorado. I thought soda was like a brand of alcohol or something.
You thought the Faygo was an alcohol drink?
Yeah, because, back in the 90s, you didn't really get Faygo here in Colorado, and I was already listening to other rap and hip hop, and I would hear about 40s and stuff. So I'm like, oh, maybe Faygo's a type of alcohol or something.
No doubt. Yeah, that's crazy.
Because when you're a little kid, you don't know better. You're just like, oh.
How old was you when you first heard ICP?
I was 8 years old, so I got into them like in 98, and then so I was about 7, about to be 8, and now I'll be 35 this year. So long time.
Okay, that long time for sure. Wow, that's cool as hell though. So your parents was juggalos? Is that how you got into it?
I was just hearing about them in school, and then I would see them on wrestling and stuff, and then I would see all that stuff with the Disney news. And because when I was a little kid, I couldn't always put 2 and 2 together. So sometimes when I would see them on wrestling, I thought they were a wrestling tag team. I'm like, oh, they're a music group?
Right. And yeah, that was fresh when they had the wrestling, when they was on the main run on them wrestling shows. That was a great time too.
Oh yeah. Like some of the stuff I look back on, I'm like, how the hell did I listen to this or watch this when I was younger?
Yeah, it was a different time for sure.
Especially during the Attitude Era when WWE happened. I was still like a kid, pre-teen, and you guys remember how crazy the Attitude Era was.
Oh yeah. And that's that same era that people want to bring up, when discussing people's past. And it's like, bro, at that time, motherfuckers was just trying to do anything to get on. And it was acceptable to do anything to get on. Yep. You know what I mean? Even using some of the words we're not even allowed to use on YouTube. Motherfuckers was doing that for real, trying to get on. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just a different time. If you go back and watch some movies from the 80s, none of the movies could be made today. Any of them.
Oh, yeah, and even like back in those days, there was raunchy comedy. You just had to like look for it. Like one of my favorite British slapstick comedies of all time, besides Monty Python, and I know Shovel and everyone else knows about this show. It's such a funny show. It's called Are You Being Served? Such a funny show.
Okay, I'm gonna have to peep that out.
If you like British humor or British slapstick raunchy humor, that's kind of basically what it is. So if you like Monty Python, then you would probably love this.
Okay. Hell yeah, Monty Python's the shit.
Really. And if you had to pick what would be like your top like 5 albums of like all time or that had a big impact on your life.
Wow. Okay, that's a big question there.
Yep.
Well, the first one that comes to mind off top is probably Mr. Scarface. Mr. Scarface is Back.
Yeah.
That if you've never heard that album, it's amazing album. And then like anything from the Esham catalog, like any of his albums, it's probably everything out of there. If you want to go with the other 4, honestly. Nodis albums, like we just played the skin off of them and still do to this day.
Hell yeah. My favorite Nodus album of all time is Do You Believe in God? And then my personal favorite Esham album is Closed Casket.
Okay. All right. Them are both great picks for
Yep.
sure. I can't narrow it down. I get pushed on that all the time, and
Right.
they all hold a different soundtrack to my life.
Right. That's what it's always hard for me to rank stuff too. Like some stuff I can rank, and then some stuff I just can't because it's so hard sometimes.
Right. No doubt. But yeah, yeah. And and that's like different albums. It's like different genres, different times of my life. The last few years it's been primarily Chapter 17, Darby, Ouija. That's been the Gloom Unit. That's been the last few years of my life. That's been the albums of choice, if you will, like anything from them guys. But before it was Nodus and Esham, pretty much primarily. We'd check a few albums out here or there from a few other guys, but we'd always go right back to that.
Oh yeah. That's a good movie too, Shovel. I love Porky's. I've seen that movie. Movie's funny. That movie's funny.
That is a funny movie. But that's a great example of one that couldn't be made today.
Yeah, because people would be very offended because of how easily people get offended.
And we was just watching a John Candy joint the other night. It was like, yeah, this is harassment for sure. Like everything that's going on here. Like you could just harass a chick, no problem,
And if you had to pick, like, everyone has their, like, favorite Joker's card. Like, I love all of them in their own way, shape, or form. But the twist on the question is, which Joker's card probably speaks to you more that you, like, have a more connection to, and why?
Wow.
Like, when people always ask me my favorite Joker's card, I always have to tell them, are we talking about image-wise? Are we talking about theme-wise, music-wise? What are we talking about?
Yeah, I'd have to say Hell's Pit.
Yeah, that's a good one. That one definitely got me through a lot, especially in my middle school and high school years.
Yeah, I love Hell's Pit. I love the production on that. I love everything that the Clowns do. I can, the album is A1 to me for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh well, Frankie coming with the crazy questions. Frankie wants to know, what are your top 5 porn stars? Oh God.
Dang, I don't know none of them broads by name like that.
And that's a dope Gloom Unit shirt you're wearing. I see that.
Oh yeah, I picked that up. I'm pretty sure they might still have a few of these left over there at gloomunit.com.
Frankie, if you're still in the chat, do you guys still have more of those? And if not, you guys probably should.
They're a dope shirt.
I have one. Mine's in the closet. And if you had to pick, like, what are like your top like 5 like movies of all time that no matter how many times you've seen it, you can never get tired of watching it?
Wow.
Like for me, it would be The Godfather, obviously.
Okay, The Godfather is a good movie for sure.
Yeah.
Wow. Movies that I could watch over and over again and not get tired of it. I don't know if I could do that. I'd have to turn it off at some point. I can't watch the same movies over and over again, bro.
Or if you had a favorite movie series that you absolutely love, what's your favorite movie series?
And you got me hitting me with the hard-hitting questions. I like the Star Wars stuff, of course. It's not my favorite, though. I just like that stuff. I really like the sci-fi movies a lot. I really like watching new movies, though. Like, I don't really...
I'm the same way. I'll watch new stuff, but then I'll watch stuff that I grew up on as a form of comfort. But if there's ever anything new that people suggest for me to watch, I add it to my list to watch.
Right. Yeah, I'm not a huge movie buff. When growing up, I liked RoboCop a lot. Yeah, I just don't watch a lot of movies. I will watch them when they come out, but I don't really fixate on them like that. I'm sorry, Don.
Nah, you're good. do you like have like a top like the TV series of all time that you absolutely enjoy?
I probably watched that Breaking Bad more than any other series. I've watched that thing a couple of times. That's a good flick.
Oh yeah, that's always been like one of my top shows. For the longest time, it was my number one favorite show. Now it's number two, which is still good.
What's your number one now?
It's actually surprisingly Game of Thrones.
Oh, Game of Thrones is hard.
Like people look past that show, and some people say it's overrated. I'm like, actually, it's not. Some people think
it's a good show.
I was like, yeah, there's some disturbing stuff in that show, but it's still a good show.
Like watching back on that show, that's one of my favorite things is whenever homie made old boy believe he was a dog. Like the way he played him out, that shit was cold.
Yeah,
but going back to the movies, I remember one, the Scarface, Tony Montana. That's one I could watch that one over and over again without a doubt and never get tired of it.
Yeah, Sopranos is on my list of favorite shows.
That's a good one too. Yep. My
number 4 would probably be Sons of Anarchy. I love Sons of Anarchy.
That was a good show. I liked like the first couple seasons of that junk, but then towards the end it got a little weird. I'm a little too out there, you know.
Oh, I will just say this, especially if you ever decide to watch again without spoiling it. There are going to be times where you are going to need a box of tissues because it gets sad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about the new stuff?
I'm talking about Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, okay. No doubt. No doubt.
I mean, there was times where Game of Thrones made me cry. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah. Yeah, that was a good flick.
But yeah, besides Game of Thrones, like some people say the books are better. I'm one of those people where I enjoy the Game of Thrones. I enjoy the books and the TV series. Like
you read the books?
Yeah, anyone that can like create their own world or do what's called world building, where you can create your own lore and mythology or just history, kind of like what ICP does in their music. They create their own lore and mythology in the form of music. Anyone that can do that, that is very creative.
Absolutely. Yeah. I read a lot of the Stephen King books and he does that. It's like it's all cross-referenced back in each other.
I mean, I love that.
Yeah, this shit's sick.
Now, one of the fun questions we always end up asking, which is always fun, like my lists always change, but say you're stuck on a desert island, name 5 groups or artists like that you're bringing their whole discography with you on that desert island to last you for forever.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you got, of course, like Isham, Nodis.
Yep.
I bring the boy Ouija Mac and the Clowns.
Yep.
When I'm up to 4 now, the last one would have to be a little different. 5 would probably have to be Michael Jackson. So I'd have some slow cuts in there too,
Hell yeah. Like me, one of the picks I always choose is ICP, obviously, because they have a huge discography. So I always try to go with someone who like has a wide discography. And another one I really go with is Wu-Tang Clan. Not just their albums as a group, but solo albums, side projects, groups affiliated with them. That will last you forever.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Like besides ICP, Wu-Tang has always been my shit too.
Okay. You like the Wu-Tang Clan?
Yep, I'm actually going to see them next month for their final tour.
Oh, that's super dope, bro. Congratulations.
I'm excited. I was like, yeah, I should have seen them back then, but hey, better to go see them late than never.
No doubt. Yeah, I've never seen the Wu-Tang Clan. That's super cool.
Oh, we got a cool question in the chat. It says, who was your favorite artist to open up for?
Oh, wow.
Because you recently opened up for ICP and Ouija, so congrats on that.
No doubt. No doubt.
Yeah.
My favorite artist to open up for, I'm gonna go a left ballpark here and say Frankie Goldie.
Hell yeah.
He's treated me better as an artist than anybody else. I've opened up twice for him, and Gloom Unit always rolls out the red carpet for me. So. Oh
yeah, those are my bros for life.
No doubt. No doubt. But Opening up for ICP and Ouija Mac was both of it. It was a dream come true. Like it was raining diamonds. Like I'm still out of my body on that. Both for sure. It was so recent that I still don't even know how to process that for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh, that would have been a good show to go to. See Wu-Tang and Nas. That would be dope.
That would be dope.
And who is like someone that if you could open up for someone, who would you want to open up for?
Of course, Hisham.
Uh-huh.
You know, maybe the Ghetto Boys if they ever got the thing going again.
Uh-huh.
Mastermind, it'd be dope to open up for Mastermind. Scum. I've never opened up for Scum. That would be dope.
Oh yeah, Scum like brings energy like when he performs.
Crazy. I've seen him a couple of times and it was super fresh.
And I love when he's not performing, he actually watches all the other acts. Like he's very respectful and watches everyone else perform, which is cool. And he's in the crowd getting live with everyone.
Absolutely. Scum's awesome person. And yeah, I always try to watch everybody. If I'm at the show, I'm there to watch the show. I always try to watch everybody perform. I'm a fan before I'm anything. Always have been and always will be.
Like Scum is like one of those dudes. Anyone will tell you like when you hear his music, you think he's intimidating, but when you actually meet him, he's like the most nicest, like polite dude. He gives some of the best advice.
No doubt. No doubt. Down to earth guy.
Oh, yeah. Now, how would you describe when you first performed? How would you describe that feeling? Like everyone had a different feeling. Were you nervous or were you just able to do it? No problem. Or did you get stage fright for a little bit?
Oh yeah. The first time I performed was actually at like this talent competition at a bar in East St. Louis. I was like 14 and I couldn't even hear myself talk like because my ears were so clogged like through nervousness. Like I clogged myself out. I couldn't even hear myself. I'm so nervous. But I did it and, you know, survived it. And after that, it's just kind of gotten easier and easier.
Oh, yeah. And what would you describe? Like everyone has a different writing process. What would you say your writing process is? Do you listen to beats first or do you write first and then listen to the beat? Or do you smoke a little before you do it? Like what is Unhappy's writing process? Because everyone has their own different creative writing process.
I really let the beat speak to me. I ride the beat. Like, and that's the only way I can do it. I have to, and to me, it's like a surf, like I'm a surfer riding the beat. So yeah, that is my process right there.
Oh yeah. And if you could work like with anyone, like no matter who it is, because I see in this day and age, nothing is impossible. Like I've seen people work with people and you're like, how did that happen? But you say that in a good way because anything is possible these days. Nothing is impossible. So if you could work with anyone, who would it be?
Wow. Out of the ballpark work with would probably be like maybe somebody like Attila, something like that. Yeah, that would be a crazy, maybe some like Memphis Mayfire.
Yeah. Something
like that. I think I can mix it up well like that. Put some dope verses on that shit. In the regular hip hop shit, I'd love to do a song with Frankie.
Oh, yeah.
I think that might be coming. That'll be sick as fuck. Frankie Goldie, Gloom Unit. I'd love, Acetone Boogie. I think that shit'll mix up well. Man, Ouija Mac, that's a dream. Isham, if we're talking about big dreams.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that would be hard.
Yeah, I think whenever, especially if you get to like work with your idols, that's like one of the coolest things in the world. Like I remember when Scum years ago mentioned that he was able to do a track with Isham finally, and just hearing how excited he was in this interview, he's like, that's a man who really inspired me and that I grew up on his music. So he's like, when you get to do a song with your idols, it's one of the greatest feeling in the world, or when you're starting to get props from the people you look up to, it's one of the greatest things in the world.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like Frankie's always given me props, and I always look up to him a lot. Ouija's always given me props. Like Ouija's always told me, he's like, just grabs me and he's like, bro, I love what you're doing. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, you're killing it, bro. For sure.
And that's the whole point of why I like to do the show. I like to make sure that a lot of talented people in our community don't get overlooked, or just talented people get overlooked, because that's the sad thing about reality. Sometimes a lot of the talented people get overlooked a lot.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of talented guys out there.
Especially in this Juggalo community, whether you're someone who does music, you're a Juggalo who does actual artwork, anything. Like any Juggalo that's able like to make something out of nothing, I love that. Like you have D-Town Custom Jewelry. They're a jewelry company and they're owned by Juggalos. How dope is that?
That's super dope.
You have my sponsors, Blind Death Clothing. They're a clothing company owned by Juggalos. How dope is that?
Yeah, there's a lot of dope Juggalo entrepreneurs out here.
And I started doing this because I love broadcasting, and every time when people like would hear me talk, they were like, Don, you have like that radio host voice. You should put that to use. So that's why.
That's crazy. That's great.
Now, since we were talking about wrestling a little bit, if you had to pick, who are your top 5 favorite professional wrestlers of all time?
Wow. Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
Shout out to Macho Man's rap album. If no one's heard it, it is dope.
It is dope. That album is dope as fuck. Be the Man, Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Iron Sheik. That's my guy.
Yeah.
Sabu. May rest in peace.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I like a lot of wrestlers. Bobby Heenan, he did a little wrestling, but more of the manager stint.
His manager stints and his commentary was hilarious.
It's crazy. One of the best ever.
Yes.
And probably Vince himself,
Yeah.
as coming up through the years. I've always liked Vince, even when he was a commentator. He used to crack me up. He was so goddamn corny.
Right.
So yeah. I've always loved wrestling coming up. It got me through a lot of rough times as a kid. So yeah, I've been watching that stuff since 3rd grade, bro, nonstop.
Yeah, I was like 2 or 3 when I discovered wrestling, and I remember the first 2 wrestlers I fell in love with that like made me fall in love with wrestling was Razor Ramon and The Undertaker.
Razor Ramon, Undertaker, yeah, that was a nice run there.
Yep, and then obviously Stone Cold's gonna be one of my top favorite wrestlers.
No doubt. He was one of my favorites in the 90s.
Like even Kurt Angle, like not only can Kurt Angle wrestle, but when it came to the entertainment aspect, he is entertaining and funny as hell.
He cut some of the better promos I've ever seen.
Like remember his rap battle with John Cena, how funny that was?
That was great. Yes.
Hell yeah. And if you had to, another question we usually ask is like, what are like some of your top 5 favorite foods of all time that you could like never ever get tired of eating, no matter how many times you've eaten it? Like me, I can eat Mexican food all the time and never get tired of it.
Well, shit, I'm a pizza guy, so I like pizza any way it comes. I like tacos, like Mexican food. Yeah, that's my staples there. Yeah, right there. Pizza. I could never stop eating that.
I also love some good barbecue.
Barbecue's fire. I can make some new barbecue.
Especially Missouri barbecue. Missouri barbecue is my favorite barbecue.
Okay, no doubt. Yeah, we got some, especially if you get up close to Kansas City, you get some really good barbecue.
Oh, yeah. When I went to Kansas City one year, we actually finally went to see what all the fuss is about, and we had Gates Barbecue. So amazing.
Yeah, there you go.
I was like, now I know why Tech mentions this place. It's good.
Yeah. Fall off the bone, if it even has a bone.
Yes. Or the barbecue is good when it's been in those big fire pits.
Yeah, they slow cook that.
Yep. Yeah, we went to this like real. We actually went to 2 barbecue places. I forget what the other one we went to, but we went to Gates, and then we went to this actual like hood barbecue place, and it was amazing. And I cannot think of what it was called, but it was like near where Strange Music's headquarters is, or is like on the way to it.
Okay, that's dope.
It's like this really hood place, and they have like that big thing like where they cook it all like in the back, fire pit or whatever they call that.
Yeah, if you're in anybody's hood, that's where you're gonna find the best food. It's around the back, you know, out of a truck.
Oh yeah,
that's where the love is.
Hell yeah. Let's see. And when you went to your first show, like ever, like when was like your first concert like ever that you went to, and how would you describe your experience?
The first show I ever went to was as a kid. I went to see my homeboys Rat. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I think White Snake and Bon Jovi was there. And I just remember that shit being loud as fuck. Mm-hmm. Like, it was so loud, but I didn't give a fuck. I was going to see them. I was going to see my boys. I didn't know who the rest of them guys were. But I was going to see the homies, you know? And I toughed it out. Watched the homies play. I wound up watching Rat like 3 times.
Oh, yeah.
Them was my guys. I've always liked to go to the shows.
Yeah, I've always liked going to shows too, especially like it's a good release. Sometimes you just want to go and you just want to enjoy live music with your friends. Maybe have a couple drinks.
Right. Turn up.
Maybe get a little smoky.
Yeah. It's always been a way to bring the homies together. Yo, we're going to go see these guys.
Oh, that's a good first show, Nick. I love Smashing Pumpkins.
Oh, Smashing Pumpkins is dope.
That's what I've been saying. Because, you know, JCW was doing work with NWA Wrestling, which the dude from Smashing Pumpkins owns it. How dope would it be if they got Smashing Pumpkins to play The Gathering?
Wow, that'd be crazy.
I know Lamb of God has said they've wanted to play The Gathering, because if you look up this recent interview they did last year or something, they said, what are some events you would like to play at that you've never played at? And one of the first things that came out of Lamb of God's mouth was they were like, we'd love to play The Gathering. That's dope.
That's dope. Yeah, Lamb of God would be different for sure. It would hit different.
Hell, I'd even love to even still see Korn, because I used to tell people always told me, because I've never seen them live, but everyone tells me Korn is amazing live.
Yeah, Korn is amazing live.
Yeah, like I recently saw, like just a few weeks ago, I saw Mercules live, and I already love Mercules, but when Mercules is live, he is amazing live.
Yeah, I haven't seen Merc.
He's dope. I actually have some footage on my channel, so if you ever want to check that out.
I will, no doubt.
And what would be like advice that you would give someone who's coming up like in music? What's like some of the best advice you would give people, and where do you like see yourself in your music like in 5 years, or where do you want to be in 5 years if you have a goal set?
Well, I think my goal set and my advice is one and the same, and that's just make some music. Just keep making music, hone your craft, fine tune it, put it out there. You know what I mean? Just keep grinding. That's it. You never know whenever you're gonna make that song that everybody wants to hear. You know, whatever. But yeah, just do what you love. You know, if you love music, make the music for sure.
Exactly. That's why I do this podcast, because I want to promote people. I want to talk about news. I want to talk about stuff that I'm into. And I always told people, even my girlfriend gives this advice too. She's like, don't do music to get famous. Just do it because you just want to do music and stuff. Because she's like, at the end of the day, music is also, it's not just therapy for the listener. It's therapy for you, the artist, as well.
Right. Going into it looking for fame or something like that isn't the thing. Like, you just really need to try to make some good music. That's, I think all of hopefully our thrive at the end of the day is.
Well, you've been doing a lot of good. Like, you won that shit, Trash That Shit Fire, which congrats on that.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Whoop, whoop.
Oh, yeah.
Can't wait for them jigsaw beats.
Hell yeah.
It's gonna be fire.
And yeah, do you want to like contribute to that giveaway that we wanted to do? And then do you want to play like some of your music so people can hear it if they've never heard it?
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I told the homie here we'd give away an Unhappy shirt. I should have been wearing an Unhappy shirt, but let me see here. I can pull one out. Just give me 1 second. Let me get that. Here you go. We got a glow-in-the-dark holographic.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen one of those.
Oh, that is fresh.
Yeah, whoever wins, just let me know. Just let Don know the size, and we'll get it to you.
Yep. Either message me or message Unhappy on his socials, which I know someone in the earlier asked where they can find you. Basically, all his socials are down below, y'all. So even if you guys win, you can just hit him up on his socials and like let him know your size and just send him your info.
Yeah, I'll get it out to you for sure.
So as I pull up the chat, what should we tell people if they want entered? What should they put in the chat?
Put in the super whoops.
All right, y'all, put super whoops in the chat and then I'll copy and paste y'all's names. So while you guys are doing that, I'll pull up the chat because it's easier for me just to copy and paste the names instead of typing them. Otherwise, we'd be here all night. I don't know if you could see the chat on your end, but if you want to, while I'm putting in the names, you can like mingle in the chat, or if you guys have questions for Unhappy, feel free to ask him in the chat.
I cannot read the chat.
I think there's a way to pull it up, but I'll read the questions too as I'm doing it. I can multitask.
Let me see here. Where's that?
Get the chat loaded on my end. All right, so yeah, I've had people that even when they came on my show, they've sent me stuff. I was like, oh, you don't have to, but they end up doing it anyways. First, we got Strange Suspicion. All right. All right. Let's see. Yes, I can't wait to interview you too, Nick. Nick Bazaar interview coming, y'all. All right. Got our first entry. Whoops, did I accidentally close you out or something?
No, am I back?
Yeah, I don't know if I accidentally closed you out or what, but my bad.
No, I was pushing that button for the chat and I closed myself out.
Oh, yeah, that does happen. All right, we got our first name. So do you make those shirts yourself or does someone make them for you?
Right now, my wife is making them.
Oh, that's cool.
No doubt.
It's cool when you can like home make your stuff. Like my girlfriend, she's made some of my logos and whatnot.
Right. But Maisie did the logo.
Hell yeah.
A fresh logo. Hit her up for sure.
Hell yeah. Shouts to Maisie. My girlfriend also does music too. So if you ever like want to do a song with her, just like let her know.
Okay. Hell yeah. Does she rap or sing?
Both.
Oh, okay.
Yep, and she'll do like any kind of style you can think of, which is dope.
Oh wow, she's versatile like that, huh?
Oh yeah, she's very versatile, and
okay.
That's. Oh yeah, and like she says, most of the time her music is just for therapeutic reasons, but then she'll have people come up to her and go, "You know what? I can relate to this song," and that makes her feel really good.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, for sure.
And she puts on a really good live show herself.
That's dope.
Like her name is Twisted Taylor because her persona is she's wind-up doll. So when she performs, she has like a little wind-up key that's like turning as she's performing. It's cool.
Sick.
So I told her that's very unique, babe. I don't think anyone's done that. That's cool.
I ain't never heard nothing like that.
Yep, so that's unique. And she's open for Ouija even herself.
Oh, that's dope.
She's open.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, she's open for Ouija. She's open for Scum. A lot of people.
Okay.
All right. All right, y'all. I think we almost got everyone. There's a lot more people entering tonight, which is dope because that's one thing I like to do on the show is I like to contribute to giveaways. So thank you actually for contributing to a giveaway.
No doubt. I'll throw some other little goodies in the box too. I'll hook it up fat.
Oh yeah. That's why we call those on here. We call them karma giveaways.
Hell yeah. I appreciate everybody entering and tuning in for sure.
And also, I'm trying to put together like an annual event that I want to do. It's going to be called Karma Fest. So every year I'll be like doing an event, and every year we'll like go for a charity, and every time, and you just come and perform for free. So whenever I get that off the ground, if you ever want to come perform there, just let me know.
Okay, that's cool. That's real cool, man.
So again, y'all, if you guys win, just hit up Unhappy like on any of his socials, probably mainly his Instagram or Facebook, right?
Yeah. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Hit me up on any of them. I'll answer you back.
Yep. And then just send him your mailing info and then he'll like send the stuff to you. All right. How many more do we have? All right. I think we're almost done. While I'm doing this, I don't know about y'all, but that new Jurassic Park looks amazing.
Ooh-wee.
I like because it's going to feel more like a horror movie, like the original.
Yeah, they've been teasing that big monster for a minute, too.
Oh, yeah.
A slow burn on it.
Oh, yeah, because for anyone who doesn't know, if you've never read the Jurassic Park books, it is basically like a horror movie. It's a horror book.
Yeah, the movies are basically horror movies if you look at it in that light.
Oh yeah, and that's always if I had to pick some of my favorite film series besides Star Wars, I've always loved the Jurassic Park series because I just love the message that those movies give out.
For sure.
That what happens if you try to create something. All right.
Yeah, we find it out just anytime man tries to step in and fuck with shit, it never ends up right.
Yep. All right, got that one next. All right, we got Ninja with a pin. All right. Wow, we have a lot of people entering tonight. That's awesome. All right, I think we almost have everyone. Let me see. This is the part where it takes a while. I'm sorry, y'all. So don't mind me. All right. Frankie wants to know what was the first time Unhappy gathered?
First time Unhappy gathered, 08.
Hell yeah.
08. Yeah, that was a great gathering. Met a lot of homies there that I had never met in person before. Got the true gathering experience. The cave-in rock.
Hell yeah. Weird Bob wants to know what your favorite dinosaur is.
My favorite dinosaur. Man. Probably one of them pterodactyls, man. Them things that always freak me out with them long wings.
Yep.
Picturing a motherfucker come snatching somebody up.
Hell yeah. All right, I think freaky. Oh, Frankie wants to know what piece you chowing to play, as in Monopoly. I play as the dog because I be shitting for real. That Frankie, remember that. I want to hear that. I want to hear that in a song, Frankie. Put that in a song. I'd love to hear
it. Oh shit! I always choose the shoe.
Oh yeah.
I always choose the shoe.
All I gotta say is, Frankie, I better hear that in a future Frankie Goldie song or a Gloom Unit song. Just saying.
That's dope.
Oh, everyone's gonna get with the puns. I plays the shoe because I can never step. Funny. Oh, I love y'all. All right, y'all. I think we got everyone entered, so let's pull up the wheel of karma. So let's get that ready. All right.
Karma.
Let me pull it up on the screen. Let's see. All right, y'all. When y'all are ready, say spin that wheel.
Spin that wheel.
All right. And if y'all don't win, there's always next time. Because one thing when I try to do on the show is I always try to make sure our guests contribute to giveaways. So let's go. Let's spin it. Here we go, y'all. Who is it? Who is it? Aw, shit. Ninja with the pencil.
Oh.
There you go, Ninja with the pencil. You won. So, you know, if you have any social media, just get at Unhappy on social media and send him your mailing info.
And if you don't have social media, get with me at the gathering. I'll give you one there.
Yep. Or if you're not going to be at the gathering, if you want, you could even just post your email in the chat, and then we'll post your email live on the screen, so Unhappy will see your email in that way.
No doubt.
So yeah, congrats Ninja with the pencil. So yeah, now what we're gonna do, if no one's heard any of your music, we're actually gonna play some of your music, unless you want to contribute to another giveaway.
No, you can play the music, unless you just want to. I mean, I can run another shirt. You can run 2 shirts. That's fine. You can spin it again. We'll do 2 shirts.
All right. All right, there you guys go. So we'll take Unhappy off the wheel. Not Unhappy. Ninja with a pencil. So make sure you guys remember who won and stuff. And yeah, we're going to now spin the wheel again, y'all. So here we go. 2 for 2. Because we like to spoil y'all. Who's the second winner? Ah, Stevie Too Dope. There you go, Stevie Too Dope. Now, anyone who was entered, even if you didn't win, I'm going to keep your guys' names on there. So then every time when we do have a guest on the show and we do a giveaway, you guys will always have a chance to win, basically. Or if we get, or sometimes if we give away more than one thing, like if someone wins, they could, like, if they end up winning like a prize again, if they don't want it, they could go, oh, you can skip me, let someone else win. And then they could say, I already won, take my name off. So if you guys ever want that, make sure that happens. So Stevie Too Dope, get at Unhappy on his social medias down below. And yeah, congrats to Ninja with the pencil and Stevie Too Dope for winning an Unhappy shirt. And you want to show again what that looks like? So I'll full screen you so people can see actually what it looks like.
Holographic glow in the dark.
There you guys go. So Stevie Too Dope and Ninja with the pencil, this is what you guys won. Look how dope that is.
Hell yeah.
We made you shoot up Stevie 2 Dope. Well, I guess that's what you call a wake-up call.
Shout out to that.
What did we say at the gathering? What did we joke and say at the gathering? Fuck y'all sleep.
Stevie's gonna be awake until the shirt arrives.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So yeah, now we're gonna bump some unhappy. So let me go ahead and pull some of that up. Now, is there anything you want us to play, or just whatever we feel sounds good, or is there anything specific you want people to hear? Because I'm gonna pull up your YouTube.
Okay. Yeah, that Smoke Another Joint video, or the finger licking, I think, is up there. Them are the two new joints we got up there. And they're also on all the streaming platforms, too. If you want to add them to your playlist or ride them in the Jeep or whatever, they thump pretty hard.
Hell yeah. All right, y'all, let me go pull up his YouTube. Yeah, that shit trash. That shit fire. The competition this year was really good.
Yeah, it really was.
Like it's like when I judge, it's usually hard for me to pick because there's usually a lot of talented people that like always like enter, and it's like, damn it, I really have to pick.
Yeah, there was, especially at the end, it was any of us could have won that for sure. And the votes came down really tight at the end too. And it was a good competition this year. Shout out Sis and Cheese.
Yeah. That's someone who I want to see you work with is Cheese.
Yeah, that'd be a dope collab. And we're supposed to be doing a show together at the Gathering this year. Be on the lookout for that. If you're at the Gathering, hit us up. We'll let you know or check out the socials. We'll be posting up the times for that little pirate show Cheese is throwing. And yeah, I'm supposed to perform at that. So be on the lookout for that. We don't have no main stage, but we still gonna rock it for sure.
Right. And just like the Hours of Chaos podcast may not be live at the Gathering, but we're still going to find a way to make it live. If I can find a way to make it to the Gathering myself. Like I said, if me and my girlfriend can both make sales, then we're good. But hopefully we can. I would really like to.
Are you pulling up Day Zero?
I'm going to try to. Like I said, right now I'm trying to make money from my sales, and my girlfriend's trying to make money.
And we're even talking about doing a parking lot gimmick Day Zero. Will Gates doing a parking lot pre-party thing too. So and show up early at the Gathering, man. Get it down, get it in.
Oh yeah. So the first song we're gonna play, y'all, it's called Smoke Another Joint. So let me get the track ready.
Produced by the GOAT, Deveros.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and vibe out to this, y'all. Let me pull up the track. All right. All right, here we go, y'all. Make sure you guys share your thoughts in the chat. If this is y'all's first time hearing Unhappy's music, this guy's amazing, y'all. So let's go.
Hey man, I want you to check the comments out while you was in the store, man. They on the trash fire, man. They hating on us, man. What?
Drop a trash can in the comments.
Are y'all fucking with this? Y'all fucking with this trash?
Yeah, man, they gave you a trash sign, man. The dude said that his boy man better than you. I know they at that studio right now.
Man, them junk motherfuckers. I know where the motherfuckers at. Let's go holler at these men.
Let's go see what they talking about, bro. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Before I kill a bitch, keep myself on point. I'm trying to hit the leg, never disappoint. You did just what you did, you the riot joint. I'm on some wicked shit. Step in the place, looking dapper like Mace. I got a demon on my waist that'll change your fate. Always out of breath because I hate the chase. I hit you with the red shell, you done lost the race. Snatched your bitch like Bowser, she is up in my place. She's got a nice back, but I can stand her face. The only fight you ever won was in cyberspace, so I'ma kick the fucking chest and knock him Devereaux's face. Woo woo! Smoke another joint. Before I kill a bitch, keep myself on point. I'm trying to hit the leg, never disappoint. You did just what you did, you the riot joint. I'm on some wicked shit. Smoke another joint. Before I kill a bitch, keep myself on point. I'm trying to hit the leg, never disappoint. You did just what you did, you the riot joint. I'm on some wicked shit. It's your boy unhappy, wicked world take over. Make my own luck, I don't need a clover. Serve a couple clocks, but a boat out the border. Beat your ass into a coma. My aroma is normally airhead green. It's your boy unhappy, quarterback of the team. Luke, I am not your father. Billy Jean, pumping Ouija, not in the back of a limousine. You'd better pray to Jesus that I don't jump through these speakers, destroy your face and tweeters. I'm happy knock that boy right out of his sneakers. Ain't nothing but a bitch when I look into them peepers. And fuck your whole crew, them dudes are tweakers. Heat seeking nuts, your bomb, enjoy it. I'm happy won't stop until your whole world is destroyed. Another joint. Before I kill a bitch, keep myself on point. I'm trying to hit the leg, never disappoint. You did just what you did, you the riot joint. I'm on some wicked shit, smoke another joint. Before I kill a bitch, keep myself on point. I'm trying to hit the leg, never disappoint. You did just what you did, you the riot joint. I'm on some wicked shit.
Oh, wicked shit. Some more wicked shit. Yeah, that's some more wicked shit.
Hell yeah. I love that beat. I love how your flow sounds. Like that's one thing that I loved about when you entered in that shit fire. I was like, this dude's voice is dope.
Thank you, brother. Thank you very much. Yeah, and there's a fine line on my voice. So I have to do it just right, or it sounds a little high pitched, you know. So
yeah, it's like when you like fast rap, you gotta like I've heard when you fast rap, you gotta like either hold your breath or take one deep breath and then just start spitting.
Yes,
like
yes.
Everyone does it different. Like people that I know that rap fast, that's what some of them have told me that they've done, where they just take one good deep breath, go, and then they just start spitting.
Right. I use a lot of long-winded words too, to where a lot of syllables, and sometimes it can get a little long-breathed. And I try to fit a lot of stuff in.
Well, and I love how like you put in words together, and that's one thing I always love. Like when a rapper's flow is like how their like voice sounds, like how they say stuff. Like that's one of the reasons why I always love Tupac. Like his voice, his flow, and the way he would like say certain words.
Right. And when saying the words, you know, I really do try to incorporate our St. Louis slang in it, because we do have our own slang and our own way that we talk. So it's trying to incorporate that into it and show homage to where I'm from.
And that's always a good thing to do, is to create slang or pay homage to where you're from.
Right. Because a lot of the things that I say and do, you know, it is on some St. Louis shit, and we use these words like every day, you know. So
oh yeah, when I heard that, especially your voice, I could definitely tell that's like some St. Louis stuff. Like even when I heard you, I'm like, this dude would sound amazing with Stevie Stone on a track.
Yeah, that would be cool for sure. Stevie's another guy that keeps it to the roots for sure.
Oh yeah. Like I love his voice too. Like he has a very unique voice too.
Yes, he does. Yeah, I like that song he does with Gates. That's pretty dope.
Yes. So what other song should we play? Should we play the new one, the Michael Jackson one?
Yeah, that would be cool. Definitely play it before they take it down. It's any day.
Well, here we go, y'all.
Hey, shout out to Frankie Goldie for helping me put that junk together.
Hell yeah. Here we go, y'all.
One of my favorite videos. It's kind of hard. Can be hard for some to watch.
I love it. It has an old school vibe to it.
Give me a quarter.
They manhandled me very roughly. My shoulder is dislocated literally. It's hurting me very badly. I'm in pain all the time. See this arm? This is as far as I can reach it. Same with this side over here.
A natural born killer, been dead like Thriller. Dump your body in the river, I'll be home by dinner. Do the graveyard dance in my rhinestone pants. Keep the trap house tricked out like the Neverland Ranch. Yeah, my bitch is bad and bougie. You need a steady hand when banging the Uzi. Your body's so gushy when I wrap that bitch up like burritos. Me and the man in the mid are sipping them Tito's. One hand is on my dick, the other scratching for action. Look me in my eye, that's a fatal attraction. Been around the world, can't get no satisfaction. It don't matter if you're black or white, bitch, I'm Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, landing all the way to the bank, it's a chain reaction. Bust a wicked rhyme, spin 3 times, get the flash. Roll a loose leaf on the sneak, bitch, I'm quarterbacking. Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson. Hit you with the do-re-mi. Show everybody why I'm unhappy. He ops tried to rob me, but they can't stop me. He gun them busters down like 1, 2, 3. Boom walk as I let the shrooms talk. Fuck a cop. In the 80s, I carried a boom box. In the 90s, I pulled up my socks. Started flipping them rocks. Kept my hand on my Glock. Don't you recall how they did Tupac? I'm the king of pop. Can't stop till I get enough. You only smoke 2 blunts. That'll jump you looking rough. Unhappy makes them scream. I'm always acting bad. Ain't down with Billie Jean. Little boy, I ain't your dad. Fuck off. I'm Michael Jackson.
About this one, about this table, this chess set. Is this yours? Yeah, that's the soul sign means for me. You put that on the list, get your pin just so you can mark and not forget. We bought these, right? And these, this table.
It's unhappy at Costco.
These.
You surround yourself with stuff that's like an emperor's house, isn't it?
What?
It's like Louis the 14th.
It's my taste. We got these, right? Excuse me. I want that one there.
Okay.
And this one.
I'll never smile again.
That was dope.
Thank you, brother.
Hell yeah. If you want, I can even show you my girlfriend's like music, like one of her songs.
That would be sick. Yeah, I'm interested in seeing that for sure.
Now, mind you guys, this song is 9 years old, but it's a really good song. I played this on the last stream and everyone really enjoyed this. And the way my girlfriend would film her music videos, she would film it with her cell phone back in those days, and she would make it like the old Eshawn music videos.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah.
But yeah, this is like a song that I played like last Sunday by her. And like, mind you guys, song's pretty old, but when I played this song, everyone seemed to really enjoy this song. So this is my girlfriend, y'all, but everyone.
What's her name?
Twisted Taylor.
Twisted Taylor. Okay, let's go. Twisted Taylor.
Yeah. And like I told people, she doesn't just do music. She does artwork. She does logos, anything. So if you ever want a new logo made, hit her up. She could probably make one for you.
That's dope.
Like I said, we're trying to make money doing stuff that we love doing.
That's cool as hell. She makes videos too?
She does, but she hasn't filmed a music video in a while. But when I saw Nick Bazaar and his video editing skills and how good Nick Bazaar films music videos. Nick, I'm definitely going to hit you up when my girlfriend wants to film a music video. And you can come out to Wyoming and help us film a music video. All I got to say is be on the lookout, y'all, on Will Gates' YouTube channel, because there may or may not, purely speculation, be a music video coming from Will Gates called Don Dada. Just saying, there may or may not be, purely speculation.
Oh, shit.
But just keep your eyes peeled or your third eye open, as I like to say. All right, y'all, this is Twisted Taily, y'all. This song is called Schizophrenic Wings. This song is dope. The beat, the lyrics, everything. Let's go. This is the love of my life, y'all.
The beat is dope.
Yeah, I got the schizophrenic thing. I've got the burn of angel wings, or maybe I just think 'cause that's the thing. Yeah, I got the schizophrenic thing. I've got the burn of angel wings, or maybe I just think 'cause that's the thing. You never know what's feeling, what's not. It makes your brain rot and your head rock a dozen times a day. I wonder if you stay, the voice, the guy won't go away. Always complaining, I'm not listening to what he's saying. He's training everything I'm training to keep contained. Day after day, he gets in between relationships. I wonder if he swipes safely into those worst deeds. I gotta say hi, so I pass by every damn line, thirsty by. It clears in my mind like I'm about to unwind from this fake iPhone right behind. Take a look and see, he's got my mind locked in his back pocket. No matter how I fought it, he still got it. I got the schizophrenic thing. I got the burn of angel wings. You think that's bad? It gets worse. You think I'm mad? It still hurts. When they point and shame, I can't work, I can't tame. All the thoughts explosion, undeniable devotion. For my hallucinations, driving is like a trip to the moon. Fuck, I can't even carry a tune without wondering, is it a me or is it this dude? This other part, is my art and it's smart. I carry just for the push, till I break. Till I break, till I break, till I break. I got the schizophrenic thing. I got the burn of angel wings. Who's there? Guess who cares? Well, only a few, but I'm glad that they do. Try to pull me out my haze. Sometimes it lasts for days. I don't remember how I spend my time. Did I take my meds or did the hours get by? Did I eat or am I starving? It's 7 days and they shove food in my face. Say you stink, you gotta bathe. Babe, how many days has it been? I don't know, cause it's a place, he's got me in. He's crawling in my skin, he's in my veins, in my synapse. Give me the time lapse while my brain snaps. I got the schizophrenic thing. I've got the burn of angel wings. It gets worse. Think I'm sad? It still hurts. When I see the scars and marks I leave, when he says you got cut and I believe. Shot of myself like an animal, I'm a cannibal. Drink my own blood like a blind animal. He makes me sick, but he's me. That's what they don't get, that's what they don't see. That he's not, but he is, or that's not the point. Why do you think I gotta hit that joint? Drink my own the booze, I think about the pills and the news. I have to get rid of this fool before I die. Before I die. Mama never meant to make you cry. Sister, I never meant to crash your high. Joseph, I never meant to make you hide in the open when you show up every time. He's got me choking on my thoughts, or are they his? Every day it's hit and miss. I got the schizophrenic thing. I got the burn of angel wings. She wants to stay, but I can't keep her. Can't even watch my son if I change bed. He's got me hog-tied to the bed, cried, cause he's tried so hard to keep me occupied. Too much time is not enough. She wants to hurt the ones I love so I can stand how I feel, so I can look back and feel and love my thoughts. That's all he's got, but your thoughts are everything you are. If you can't think, then you can't see, hear, or feel. Nothing is real, nothing is real. So maybe now you might have a sliver of a chance of glimpsing at how I feel. I've got this schizophrenic thing. I've got the burn of angels' wings. Memories I'm dreaming at night when I'm screaming. No wait, I wasn't dreaming, I just lost it in the day. Jagger wants to come out and play. He drags my own thoughts on a leash and places his own out for me to keep. Memories are no good, they just corrode. I'm in a different mode, autopilot on the road, on the weekend, on the weekday. Oh hey, oh wait, it's been 3 or more. I can't remember anymore. I got this schizophrenic thing. I'm not burned, I still got angels.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
What'd you think of that?
Yeah, that was dope, man. Shout out the little kid sample in that thing, dog. That thing was hard, bro. I like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
So yeah, we're trying to get her to do something at the gathering if we're able to make it.
Yeah, that's dope. Some angel wings. That's dope.
Hell yeah.
Till they keep grinding, that's just hard.
So yeah, that's why I said if you ever want to do a song with her, just like let her know. Like that's one thing a lot of people tell me is they like love her flow and how her voice sounds.
Yeah, she's got the angel wing flow, bro, for sure.
Yep, and if you ever need her to sing, she can sing too.
Oh, that's cool. Hell yeah.
And she just does music like I tell people. She mainly does it because it's therapy for her, and if it's therapy for someone else, that makes her happy.
Yeah, that's cool.
She basically just writes out her life, which is good.
Yeah, music is good therapy for sure.
Oh yeah, like music has always been therapeutic for me. Like when I always tell people music has saved me, music has legit saved my life. Like you don't know how many times I would like listen to Ouija when I would be like in a state of mind where I'd be like, oh my God. And I would be just like depressed, or I would hear some of his songs that he released now. I'm like, if this song would have came out 15 years ago, this is probably something I would have been listening to 15 years ago.
Real shit. Yeah.
Like I always tell people, if people actually take the chance to listen, just like with ICP's music, there's layers. With Ouija, he has layers. Sometimes Ouija can have some real deep personal shit that can like hit you in the soul.
Real shit. Yeah.
Like that song Decarnation. Whoo, that song, when I heard that, I'm like, that shit I can relate to. That is my shit.
Yeah.
Or when he did Denial off of Gutter Water, that song.
Yeah.
Like I remember when he was like asking like, what songs do you guys want to see me do on tour that I've never seen on tour? And I requested Denial. So Frankie even asked me. And then when I heard Ouija perform that, I'm like, yes. And just hearing the whole crowd sing along, going, knocking on heaven's door, ain't nobody answering.
Yeah, that's dope. Some special moments like that make them shows amazing.
And that's one thing I always told people. Ouija Mac, he puts on a phenomenal live show.
Right, and he's touring the nation right now, so man, look at them dates and try. If you're watching this, try to go to one of them shows. We just there last night. It's super magic. It's like a musician going around the country, just spreading magic everywhere, bro. So
exactly, like music is magic, y'all.
Like he would say, make plans, show up for sure.
Exactly. So yeah, like I said, I do have plans to do like an annual music festival, and I might have Acetone or even like Will Gates help me set that up. So whenever I get that set up, it's probably going to be here in Denver. So if you ever want to come and perform for this charity, bro, just like let me know.
Okay, that's cool as hell. Yeah, we was just talking about Denver today.
And Denver's a good hot spot, especially the underground scene, and the Juggalo scene here is phenomenal.
Y'all got the hot springs out there?
We do. We have Glenwood Springs. We have Idaho Springs. And obviously, we have LSP and Scum out here.
Okay.
And I've known Scum for like years. Like, I never thought I would see LSP grow to where it is now. Because I remember when LSP first started, they were just a local based Denver label. Now they're like this really big label and stuff, and they have so many unique acts on their label. Like everyone does the wicked shit, but everyone does their own little spin on the wicked shit.
Yeah.
Like you have Donnie Menace. He does the wicked shit, but then he has like battle rapping type flow to the wicked shit.
Yeah, Donnie's super dope.
Yeah, but then you have
Glad
Scum.
to see him at the gathering this year for sure.
Well, and that's why I've been saying, since it is the 25th gathering, I think they need to have like another LSP set. Because for those that don't know, this year LSP is celebrating 25 years in the game, y'all. That's a long time.
Yeah. Just shout out to them.
Yeah, like even Insane Poetry, the dude's a legend.
Yeah. I was just chopping it up with him a couple weeks ago, and yeah, I think he's winding down his tour right now, and he's the Triple MFD stuff is dope.
Oh yeah, and that's another example of like someone who's like a pioneer in like this dark rap music is Insane Poetry.
Yeah, he's been grinding.
Because I always told people, like, some of us like here on like where a lot of people in the Midwest and Michigan, you guys did like have Esham and stuff. Well, we kind of knew about Esham here in Colorado, but not till later on. So like our Esham basically out here on the West Coast, what we had Brother Lynch and Insane Poetry. Those were our Eshams, like in our regions, basically.
Okay.
And then we learned about Esham later on. And that's one thing I like when I discover music is like you'll like dig down a rabbit hole and you'll like find maybe other acts that are like associated with this act, or you'll be like, oh, and you just go down the rabbit hole. Like, did you know when you first heard Esham that he was associated with ICP, or did you not know that until later on where you're like, wait, these dudes are associated with each other?
Well, yeah, when I don't think that ICP was a thing yet. Whenever I don't think they had made some music yet. Whenever I had discovered Esham, but yeah, whenever I discovered Esham, then I learned. I mean, whenever I discovered ICP, then I got into the Carnival of Carnage, the Riddler box and all that, and I was like, okay, that's cool. He has worked with these guys before, and there is a connection there. So that just diving down that rabbit hole, and that was a fun one. Whenever I discovered them, it was only 2 albums in the Forgotten Freshness stuff, but they did have a back catalog, with the Tunnel of Love and the Super Ball shit.
Oh yeah,
it was cool.
And that's one thing I always loved about ICP and Esham is they've always made like so much dope music together.
Yeah, they really have.
And then when like Jay, Esham, and Ouija did Three-Headed Monster, I loved that because I came up with a good concept of what that group can represent. I was like, if you look at it, they represent the 3 generations of the wicked shit. Esham's the founder, Jay's like the current and the center, and then Ouija is like the future.
No doubt. Yes,
so the best way to describe it is Esham would be the Godfather, Jay's the Duke, and Ouija would be the Prince of the wicked shit.
There you go. That's a great analogy.
And it makes sense. Everyone's like, you know what? I never really thought of it that way. I was like, yeah, because all 3 of them represent different generations of the wicked shit, and it makes sense.
Yes, instant classic.
And anyone who hasn't seen Three-Headed Monster live, you guys need to. It's amazing live.
Yeah. That'd be dope to see that at the gathering this year too.
Yeah.
Three-Headed Monster reunion.
And since we are in gathering season, everyone has who they would love to see at the gathering, and maybe sometimes those people don't perform there, but if you could pick, who's someone you would love to see at the gathering? Like you could name a few.
Yeah, I'd like to see Gloom Unit at the gathering. I know we got Acetone. That's going to be super dope.
Hell yeah.
I'd like to see Scarface make a return.
Yeah.
I seen him. It was cool. Yeah, I don't really know off the top of my head.
I definitely want to see Cube at the gathering.
Cube would be dope. Yeah. Cube would be dope. I seen Cube at the gathering. Dub C.
Oh yeah.
That was cool. Yeah, I don't really know, man. I'm sorry, bro.
No, you're good. Like, that's why I'm still hoping I can go. Like I told people, if anyone wants to order from my store or anything from my girlfriend, anything you guys do would help us get to the gathering, which I do have an official merch store and stuff. And
Okay.
that's where I get my income, because I know everyone wants to see me back at the gathering, and everyone wants to meet my girlfriend, and everyone's like, Don, it's the gathering of legends, Don. They're like, Don, you are a Juggalo legend. You have to be there, even if we have to help you get there.
Yeah, that's cool as hell.
Because
yeah,
that's
what you
what
can do to support Don, man. Hit it
because
up.
that's what we do as Juggalo, y'all. We help each other out. I support and help my homies out, y'all.
For real.
Because I when I went to a show here in Denver, I didn't expect that. Like, these people saw me, and I didn't even expect for them to say that, and I didn't know how to take it the right way. That's Don Chaos. That's a Juggalo legend right there. I'm like, no, I'm not. And they're like, no, really, you are.
That's cool as hell.
And that's why I tell people, in this day and age, I grew up like in the era where if you want respect, you got to work for it and you got to earn it. You can't demand it.
Right. Right. No doubt.
And I always tell people, I don't care how long people have been down, as long as they enjoy the music and the culture. That's all I care about. I'm like, you could have been down maybe for a year. I don't care. And I don't care if people don't know everything, because we all didn't know everything right away. Eventually, we all had to learn everything. We all didn't know everything right away.
Right. And I mean, how much do you want somebody to know? That's up to, there's different grades in school. People have different importance to things, if you will. Everybody ain't got to know everything, to be down. If you're there and you're showing support, you love the music, man, you're down, bro.
Yeah. Now, if you're one of those people that comes in and you just think you're better than everyone, it's like, nah.
Right.
Like I always tell people, we're accepting. Obviously, we have our morals. Obviously, don't be a bigot. Don't be a kitty diddler and all that other shit.
Well, I think most of the time, a lot of people these days look for reasons to exclude somebody rather than include somebody.
Exactly.
So they're like, man, you don't know this, they don't know this, they cool with that. Man, fuck all that. If you're cool and you ain't never did me wrong, man, I got a place at the table for you. So.
Exactly. And that's one thing I always tell people. I'm like one of the nicest people in the world. Unless you get on my bad side, but all in all, I'm the nicest person. I always tell people, insult me all you want. I can take it, but don't insult my homies or the people I care about. Leave them out of it.
Right. Just show some respect. That's it.
Exactly. And when you do get respect from the people you look up to, because I know from experience, I've had that happen. It's one of the greatest feelings in the world. So then you just want to give respect back and pay it forward, as the term goes too.
Yeah, that's right. And at the end of the day, we're all here. We're all we have is each other.
Exactly.
And we put our emphasis on material things and emotions. But at the end of the day, that's all we got is each other,
Exactly.
So we might as well look out for each other.
Yeah, and if anything has taught us is that life is too short. So why would you want to be in a negative state all the time? Like when there's people out there that complain about stuff in the Juggalo community, I'm like, you're complaining about all that stuff, but you're missing all the freshness that's happening too.
Right. Like, in my opinion, right now is the best time in all the genres to be a Juggalo. If you're jugging right now, you're in a very special time. We've never had the inclusivity that we've had. You can openly listen to any song you've ever wanted to listen to from any artist that's ever, ever did any just by a couple clicks of the button. Bro, we used to have to search for these albums and trade them and buy them off the internet. And, now you could just go to Spotify and click the shit in and you're listening to some gems,
Yeah, when we were younger, it was a lot harder.
It was impossible to find shit. There was still still albums I'm looking for from back in the day, you know?
Same. I'm still trying to look for albums that I used to own back in the day, but I don't have anymore, or that I never owned.
Motherfucking Hollywood Hustle, Hood Jobs, Impossible.
Yes.
You find that, let me know.
Will do. And that's one thing I've been in the habit of starting to like really collect vinyl. Like, people think physical media is a dying thing when actually it's not. It's still very much strong. Like, Darby showed us with Garden. Look at how much he put into the booklet and the artwork of that. So when people say physical media is dead, no, it's not.
Right.
I'm the kind of person that I still like to like look at the album booklet when I'm listening to something.
Right. And yeah, just, you know, like this project I have coming up, I have some things in store for the inside, and, you know, it's just trying to recapture that magic, how things used to be done.
Yeah. Like no one ever thought that vinyl would make a comeback, and guess what? Vinyl has made a comeback.
Right.
I mean, now maybe all we need is like cassette tapes, because y'all remember back in the days when you could get like 3 cassette tapes back then?
Yeah. Yeah, the cassette tapes, I don't know if we'll ever get the sound quality wasn't quite right on the cassette tapes though.
Right. Once it went on the CD format, it was good.
It was good. It was like, man, this shit's crystal clean.
Yep.
Yeah, the cassette tapes wasn't quite it.
Yeah. The only time the cassette tapes were good is if you had like a car from like that era, whether it be 70s, 80s, or 90s.
Man, that Alpine.
Yep. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I would, if I had a cassette player, I would drive an old like Cadillac and have a cassette player, because I think that'd be dope.
Oh, yeah. We used to ride that boy with the Cutlass, the Yamahas in the back.
Yep. Driving with the 808s.
No doubt. Slamming Too Short.
Yes.
That's another one. That
one for me is me and my friends. We would back then, but we would still bump this. 2 Dope Boys in a Cadillac by Outkast.
Oh, that's hard. And that's somebody I'd like to see at the gathering. Too Short.
Me too. I know Too Short's played a few times, and Too Short's a legend.
Legendary, no doubt.
I've seen
Young Thug. That would be dope.
Yeah, I love that like whole Bay Area sound. Like I tell people, yes, because I live in the western part of the United States, and West Coast like hip hop is my shit, and I love all hip hop. But then my second favorite genre would be like down south type shit, like 3 6 Mafia, Outkast, and all that.
Okay, yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I
like especially that first 3 6 Mafia album. Whew.
That's your junk there?
Yeah, like Mythic Styles, like anyone that hears that album, they were like, you would think when you hear that album now that album came out a few years ago, and everyone's like, where have I heard a lot of this? So I was like, I feel like I've heard this. I'm like, you want to know why? Because Suicide Boys have sampled a lot of 3 6 Mafia.
No doubt.
And they were heavily influenced by 3 6 Mafia. Like the best way I always describe Suicide Boys to some people on the outside, and they said it's a good combination. I'm like, it's basically like if early 3 6 Mafia and Lil Wayne had a baby together.
Okay.
And especially if you remember early Lil Wayne, like people give Lil Wayne shit, but say what y'all will, but if you remember Wayne back in those days, he could spit.
Man, Wayne in his Hot Boy days, before Wayne started cussing, he was a different rapper, bro.
Yeah.
I loved Wayne back then. He'd come in almost with a voice high-pitched like mine back in the day. You know what I mean?
And one thing I've always loved about him still, is I love his creating process. He doesn't write down his lyrics. He just does it all off the top of his dome, which is cool.
Right. Which is super cool, right?
Like one of my favorite albums by him, everyone could tell you this, like the Carter 2, that's a classic.
Classic.
Even the Carter 3, even that, though that's when he blew up, but the Carter 3 is amazing.
Right. Yeah. I really like his Gangster Grill series.
Yeah, his mixtapes were flawless.
No doubt, no doubt. And going back to that, like just in remembering that cats like Spice One.
Yep.
Silk the Shocker. That's a lot of where I developed my style from. I mix a lot of some of my earlier, references, if you will, of how I developed my style. It's a lot of the acid rap mixed with, some Eazy-E, Spice One, Silk the Shocker. And that's why I throw my flow off all the time. Whenever I get people's like, what's up with this flow? He's all over the place. Like, I kind of do that on purpose, like Matrix dodging, you know what I mean?
Exactly. So another question we'll ask if you had to pick, what are like some of your favorite flavors of Faygo?
Oh, shit. I'd say it changes all the time, of course, but right now it's that root beer, bro. I've been on that boy for the last couple of weeks. I was sipping on that last night. Was just like, man, this shit just hits different.
Oh yeah,
I really like the root beer and grape, always great.
Yeah, before my favorite flavor for the longest time was always like rock and rye, and then when cotton candy came out,
I've drunk so much cotton goddamn candy. I don't think I can ever drink that. I put it in my floats from time to time. I just put a little sip in the float, but drinking it, I've drank that too much with alcohol that I.
Oh yeah, it's because it has a lot of sugar. The best way I've always called cotton candy, and I call firework, I'm like, they're good, but there's so much sugar in them that I literally call it diabetes in a bottle.
Exactly, right. They just hit different.
I was like, it's good. That's what other juggalos start calling it too. They're like, you want some diabetes in a bottle?
Should make your big toe swell up.
But like, what other one? Like, a lot of people don't like the candy apple one, but I think it's good, especially if you have that with some cinnamon flavored whiskey. Ooh,
oh
so
shit!
good.
I ain't never tried that. Cotton candy apple is my wife's favorite.
Yeah, that one is good. I love that one.
Yeah, for sure.
I still need to try the Jolly Green Apple one. I heard that one's good.
Man, it is good. Yeah, the homie picked me up a bottle of that. That was super fire, bro. Had that with some Airheads.
yeah. Like there's some flavors like you just can't get here, like in Colorado, or there's some flavors you used to be able to get, but you can't get anymore. Like back in the days, you could get Blue Moon Mist here. Now you can't. They only have the green one. And if you want a Blue Moon Mist, you have to like go to Detroit or Michigan because that's the only place where they have it.
I ain't never had a Blue Moon Mist.
Yeah, like Green Moon Mist is good, but Blue Moon Mist is good. So when I went to Hollow Wicked in 2021, I had a Blue Moon Mist in Detroit. I was like, holy shit, I have not had this flavor since probably 2004 or 5.
Right. And you know what? I think that right now, because I can't find it and I miss it so much, my favorite flavor of Faygo is pineapple, bro.
Oh yeah, pineapple's amazing.
It just hits different. Pineapple's so fucking good.
Pineapple watermelon is actually really good.
See, that gives me heartburn, bro, every time. That watermelon in that thing does not mix well with me. Even one sip, bro, heartburn.
Have you ever tried the black cherry?
Yes. Yeah, the black cherry's good.
Yeah, black cherry, I recommend, since you said you like to make floats, have black cherry with vanilla ice cream. It's so good.
Okay. I don't know if we've had that. We try them all with floats when we get them. I use like a half a tub of ice cream in my float.
Hell yeah. So yeah, well, do you like have any last words before we let you go? And of course, can we also get a shout out here on the Hours of Chaos podcast? And again, you're always welcome back on the show anytime, bro. Whenever you got something coming out, a new album, and you want to promote something, just let me know and I will book a spot for you.
My homie, I appreciate you. Yeah, man. Shout out Don, bro. For real, man. Having me on. I appreciate it. For real.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, just look for I'm working on the album now. We're about to locking in hard on this thing. Yeah, just be on the lookout. Please subscribe to the YouTube. I'm gonna have a new video coming soon. We're working on that. yeah, just stay tuned. I got some stuff coming. Listen to the new songs. Yeah. Follow me on the social medias. I post new stuff every day. I'll keep you updated.
Hell yeah. And like I said, you're always welcome back on anytime, man. Or if you know anyone who would want to come on the show, have them hit me up.
Will do, man, for sure.
Hell yeah. And if you want, whoop whoop, and you're free to mingle in the chat if you want to when you hop off.
Okay, bet.
All right, later, man. Whoop whoop.
All right, man. Whoop whoop. Super whoops to everybody in the chat.
Hell yeah. That was Unhappy, y'all. Making his debut on the Hours of Chaos podcast. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break. Then we'll come back and drop some news and topics because we have some people that have been booked for the gathering. So I'll talk about that as some topics. So Unhappy will probably be here in the chat in a little bit, just mingling with y'all. Thank you to all the mods who do your job in the chat. Thank you. So yeah, we're going to take a music break. And then I'll be back with some topics, like some little gathering news, and then we'll get out of here. So what do we want to play? I know what we'll play. This always gets the crowd going. We're going to play my bros, Dead Body Corporation, out of Florida, with the track they did with my bro, Frankie Goldie. This song never gets old. Let me get it ready. All right, y'all. Get that ready. Y'all feel free to mingle in the chat. And I'll be right back, y'all. So yeah, this is my bros, Dead Body Corporation, and my bro, Frankie Goldie, with the track called Kick the Dough. Y'all ever want to hear a song that will give you goosebumps? This song will do that. So let's go. This is the Hours of Chaos podcast live.
Kick the door and break the locks, and we turn the whole crowd to a mosh pit. All around Step up in the serpent's lair where ain't none of the same. Kick the door and break the locks, and where's the motherfucking safe? It ain't safe up in this motherfucker shit. Here come the pain. Turn the crowd into a mosh pit, throwing elbows, claws, and legs. Let it rage, motherfucker, let it rage. Crank the terminal up in this bitch. BSC the gang, be the gang. DBC the name. Let it bang, let it bang. What you claim, motherfucker? Anything and everything else that I choose. Jugging, bitch, you know I'm jugging in my shoes. Wicked clown, she hit the ooze up in the booth. Inspirational, my soup in the stool. Super sick, clean shit out the mandible. Like the Machiavelli Hannibal. Eat this beat up like a cannibal. Misconstrued, but here dark and confused, but hopefully still understandable. Wolfing out, bitch, I'm an animal. Hit with the poison, no antidote. Joker got no time for anecdotes. Kick the door and break the locks, and we turn the whole crowd to a mosh pit. All around bodies gone mad. Bodies safe when we walk in. Kick the door and break the locks, and we turn the whole crowd to a mosh pit.
Yeah, I'm up, kick down the door, I'ma bang my set. Little turbulence fade that you laid to rest. Your beats don't play till they face the test. What you looking at here is the main event. So rap it depends on the cut the shit. Ain't no other way to say it, but the hits that I'm making, I know they're your favorite. A live demonstration of all folks sacred. Bringing it back and we making some changes. Took them to church and they singing the praises. Second forgiveness, you're bursting the vapors. Cremation flames for all my haters. Crunch time, in the Sin City sunshine. I be ducking them one times. Take the beat and I beat the bitch with a punchline. Every dumb thing you done at the scene, go ahead and mug me and yell out, fuck me. But they so weak that they can't compete. All my ops are so obsolete. Talk is cheap, but I'ma still get money. Fuck your bitch, you know I ain't bluffing. Licking the plate and I'm leaving you nothing. Aiming the beam and I'm squeezing a bluff.
Kick the door and break the locks, and we turn the whole crowd to a mosh pit. All around, body's on. Nobody's safe when we walk in. Nobody's safe. Kick the door, break the locks. Kick her out of the car. Crowd to a mosh pit. All around, body's on. Body sprinkled all throughout this bitch. In a pattern like a sigil crafted by a witch. Underground trembles when the wolves are deep off in the pit. Fur laden fisticuffs will punch you right off in your shit. Dirty dog from Dover. Catch you sitting and it's over. Pack prowling through the crowd, ears perking to the rhythm. Keeping eyes peeled for easy prey and hoping no one's with them. It ain't safe, motherfucker, it ain't safe. Dead body corp off in it, so you know we duck the case. That's straight. On the ground, dropping bodies, and you better mind your business. How you being afterthought. Instinct be the name, but it's more than just a moniker. Shit is second nature, bitch, there ain't no need to monitor. Keep raising hell, so you know we break thermometers. And keep the shit moving, all gas, no speedometer. Nobody's safe when we walk in. Kick the door, break the locks. And we turn the whole crowd to a mosh pit. All around, bodies on. Nobody's safe when we walk in. Kick the door, break the locks. And we turn the whole crowd to a mosh pit. All around, bodies on.
And we are back, y'all. We are back. Let me pull up the Gathering website. So let's talk about some Gathering news. If I can find the website. All right, here it is. Let's pull up the Gathering website. Who's all still here? No worries, Unhappy. Thank you for joining, bro. Whoop, whoop. Oops, let's turn the camera back on. All right, let's get the background music back going. All right. Shouts to the mods in the chat. So yeah, let's pull up the Gathering website and show who's all booked for the Gathering. Now, I might butcher some of these names. I do apologize, y'all. But let's see who we got booked for the Gathering. Like I said, hopefully me and Taylor can make the Gathering. If anyone wants to help us get to the Gathering, that would be dope. Like I said, if me and her can make sales on our stuff, that would be dope. I do have an official merch store down below, which is called Official Chaos Drip. So make sure you guys go order from that. And yeah, let's get into some Gathering news and then we'll get out of here. So let's see some of the artists that are booked already for the Gathering. First, the Legendary stage. We have Blueshy Speedball. We have Fight From Within. We have the Legendary Guar. Of course, we have ICP with the Shangri-La Tour Throwback Show. We have Immortal Technique. We have another ICP set. We have Motown Rage. We have More Muddy. We have Odd Squad Family. That's dope. We have the Legendary Onyx. We have Ouija Mac. We have the Legendary R.A. the Rugged Man. We had Stack Styles. We have the Legendary Tech 9. We have the Legendary 3-6 Mafia. We have Tier Diaz. Tier Diaz is playing main stage. How dope is that? And then we have the Iconic stage. nighttime performers. We have Green Jelly, Green Jello, Mary Tyler Whores. The Cold, which is probably a metal band. These are the nighttime performers, yeah. And then we have the daytime performers. Some of these names I'm not going to say because I'm going to butcher them and I don't want to sound like a dumbass. Alamul, a.k.a. Ottawa, Bodies Below Sea Level. That's a cool name. You have Bondbreaker. You have Donnie Menace performing. Hell yeah. Body Oz. You have Gloom. You have Hatchet Mountain Rising. We have K7 Army. We have Mad Max. We have Moppy. Some of these names look really cool. Like, I don't always just go to the gathering to see who I want to see. Sometimes I check out artists that I've never seen, and sometimes I end up liking people's music that I've never seen before. Set for the Fall, Suicide. I know who that is. Siamese Goat God. We have Sinister. We have Schizo, also known as Schizo Michigan. Smile on the Sinner. We have Wild Bill. We have Worldwide Panic. The Detonation Stage. We have the Homie, the Bro, 216A performing. We have Abe Winked In. We have my bro Acetone Boogie performing. And you have Big Brutal, Black Magic, the Infidel, Bloodshot Mafia. I don't know why that name sounds familiar. Blood Fiend or Field. BPTF. Brotherhood X. Celix. Double Homicide. I know I've heard that name somewhere. Dread. Evil Stefan. Falling Under. Freaky Da Pimp. Fury. Galen Gunn. Get Money. Gigi Esco. Jen Jaybred. Sorry if I'm butchering some of these names. Hell's Bells. This group looks cool. I like their look. That's really cool. Jason Mask the Booth. Jay Dirty. Keegan Grimm. Knowledge the MC. Kings of All Trades. Lie in Wait. McNasty. I know who that is. Nada. Yeah, these are some of the acts that are performing. Shade is performing. The Dumpster Babies. Tony Bone. Underworld Assassins. Willie Hayes and Fago Gang. Shouts to Willie Hayes and Fago Gang. Then you have Zombie Cult. And then do we have any comedians booked for the gathering? Not yet. Here's some flavor. Here's some of the JCW events. Oh, those are coming soon. Okay. Here's the event map. So hopefully me and Taylor can make it to the gathering if anyone wants to help us with that. Yeah, it is definitely turning out to be a very killer lineup, Complex Mothra. I do agree. I just hope me and Taylor can make it. If anyone wants to help us with our sales, like I said, order an arts and craft from Taylor and whatnot. Order from my official merch store. which is down below. Also, make sure you check Unhappy's links. All his links are down below. Let's see the timeline. Timeline coming soon. Here's the vendors. Let's see what vendors we have. Oh, late night parties. I forgot to do that after the JCW. Here's some of the late night parties. The return of Club Chaos. Sideshows. Here's the Bruce and Gova Graves presents the Hellas Poppin' Circus Sideshow. That seems interesting. Competitions. We have the Juggalo Cypher auditions. More coming soon. Other flavor we have is the zip line. We have the Juggalo Flea Market with the Podcast Super Show, free hot dogs, courtesy of the Psychopathic Street Team. So that Juggalo Flea Market and Super Show looks cool. You know, it's a Juggalo Flea Market. You can see all your favorite Juggalo podcasters. I don't have something going on there, but if I have to do an Hours of Chaos podcast live at someone's campsite, you can guarantee that will go down. If we can get me and Taylor to the gathering, who would love to see an Hours of Chaos podcast live at the gathering at someone's campsite? How dope would that be? Yeah, it says, take a look around Juggalo Sphere and you can easily see some of the sickest, most creative, imaginative creativity brains you'll ever see walking around. That's why we're bringing back the daytime bazaar of the Juggalo Flea Market. For Juggalos by Juggalos has been the Manica and the movement where we will open up the spot for you to come shop for all types of cool shit. DIY and direct from your fellow Juggalo homies while you're boosting for something bomb. Your favorite Juggalo content creators will be fresh in full effect with the Podcast Super Show. We're talking about all your favorite voices in the internet underground, all popping off under 110. Not only that, your homies, the Psychopathic Soldiers, will be boots on the ground serving up free food to fill your belly while you pursue. If you are interested in running one of the many tables at the Juggalo Flea Market show up at 11 a.m. Thursday morning with a minimum of 20 items to sell, no bootlegs, weapons, or food, you will be assigned a table by gathering staff on a first-come, first-served basis. There is no fee for the table, no cut of your sales. The Podcast Super Show includes Carnival Spirits, Del Fago Lovers, Haven, Humble Among, The Rebirth of Man King TV, Replicon Radio, Stay Sesh with All Elm Music, and Strange Suspicion and Team MUJ and the Thuggalo Show. So that's awesome. So if you guys would like to see the Hours of Chaos podcast live at the gathering one year, even if it's at a campsite, let's make it happen. I really hope I can make it. If the carnival has done anything, it's been blessing me a lot lately. So hopefully me and Taylor can both make the gathering because we both haven't been to the gathering in a while. The last gathering I went to was 2021, and I think the last one Taylor went to was 22 or 23. I'd have to ask her. If she's in the chat right now, babe, what was the last gathering you went to? So yeah, we have the Spasmatic Hangout. We have Carnival Rides. We have more flavor coming soon. So yeah, what kind of vendors do we have? We have Airheads vendor with Wacko the Kid. We have Ola Glow. We have Bluntman's One Stop Shop. Nah. We have Chapter 17 booth. We have Clownvis. We have D-Town Customs having a stand. We have Dead Canvas. We have Eternal Haven Gaming. We have Grassroots California. We have Kinky Earrings. We have Lazy and Crazy. Baggies, Oddities, and Antiques. We have a Morton's List. We have a Mythical merch. We have Nomadic Movement. We have Real Deal Tattoos. We have Tom Woods Stan. We have the homies at Wicked Dream Creations. And yeah, that's basically all we have at the gathering. So yeah, that's a little bit of news. Oh, and we have a little bit of one more news for you guys, and then we'll get out of here. Thank you to anyone who tuned in. Also, I'm going to show you guys some dope footage for some of the music festivals that ICP's been playing at. So here's some footage from some of the music festivals that they've been playing. Here's this one.
The trenches, underneath the bridges, behind the park benches, stenches seeping off me. I'm gutterlicious, thinking nothing of your wishes. I'm utterly vicious, falling through the sewers. It's an intricate job. Some only a foot wide. I move like the blob, seeping to your home anytime you catch a night terror. It's 'cause I'm right there, sucking out your air. A priest can't do shit but just tickle my humor. 'Cause I ain't from the pit, no, that's only a rumor. I'm atomically demonic. You see me in vomit, more heads than a totem pole. Faster than a comet, get it right. I'm the fucking bump in the night, the unexplainable, but for real when I bite. I feel you with fright, and kill you I might. Something from the other side, a horrible sight. I'm a goblin. I'm a goblin. I'm a goblin. What the fuck is a goon to a goblin? Nothing, nothing. You ain't scaring nothing. Nothing, nothing. I'm psychopathic, certified. If you lose your nerve, go. Acting irresponsible. And what the whip you will, 'cause we are about to win the kill. You're about to win me, yeah. I thought you go well. Let's go. We're away now. Say what I want. Let's go. On the road.
And yeah, we have one more topic for the night, and then we'll get out of here. Again, whoever's all in here, thank you for tuning in. If you would love to be a guest on the Hours of Chaos podcast, just let me know. I am booking for a spot next week, so if anyone wants to come on, just let me know immediately after this. Or just everyone let me know how I did tonight. Because like I said, I haven't done the Hours of Chaos podcast in months. So I hope I did a great job for you guys. I really hope I did. I hope I didn't fuck anything up. I hope I did a good job. Because I just have fun doing this. I have fun doing this. I love promoting people. I love promoting this community and this culture that I love. And spreading positivity and just spreading all that in this community, all the positivity and spreading all that good karma. So yeah, again, Stevie Too Dope and Ninja with the Pencil. If you guys are still here, make sure you hit up Unhappy on either his Facebook or his Instagram or any of his social medias and claim your guys' prizes for the Unhappy shirts that you guys won tonight. So make sure you guys do that. And if you guys do have social media, when you guys get your your shirt from them, make sure you tag me in social media, mainly Instagram, because that's mainly where I'm active is Instagram. So Stevie, Ninja, make sure you guys tag Unhappy and me when you guys get your shirts in the mail and whatnot, and just make a little post. So we already hit him up. Well, thank you. Yeah, I haven't done the show in a while because I needed a little break, but I'm glad to be back doing this again. I really love doing this show, y'all. I've been doing this show for 8 years, y'all. I've been doing the show strong for 8 years, and it's going to keep going. This year we celebrated 8 years. We did an 8-hour stream to celebrate 8 years, which is dope. So yeah, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Shout out to my sponsors, Blind Death Clothing. Make sure you guys check them out down below. Also, order from my official merch store, which is called Official Chaos Strip. If you guys want an art piece made from my girlfriend, any sale that me and her make will definitely help us get to the gathering. Because I can't stress you guys enough how much me and Taylor want to make it to the gathering together, because we both haven't been in a while. I want to meet a lot of y'all that I haven't met in person. And I also want to see a lot of you people that I haven't seen in a while, because there's a lot of y'all that I haven't seen in person in a while. And then there's a lot of y'all that I've yet to meet in person that I want to meet and dab up, say what up, give a hug, sign something, do a little video shoot for you. And I want to start hosting events. So you guys know I don't do this for the recognition. I do this because I love this culture and this community. And I've always loved it. I've been in this community since I was 8 years old, y'all. I'll be 35, so I believe the last day of the gathering is my actual birthday. If the last day is the 16th, that is my actual birthday, which would be dope because I'd love to spend my birthday with y'all. That would just be a great birthday present to go to the gathering. I think it's time that the Dawn and Taylor return home to the gathering with y'all, because people have been saying it wouldn't be the gathering without you, Dawn, and people have been literally really telling me it's the gathering of legends, Dawn. You have to be there because you're a legend and we will help you get to the gathering. Because when I was at a show recently here in Denver, people recognized me and I really didn't know how to make it when they said, "That's Don Chaos. That's a Juggalo legend right there." It's like, wow, I did not think that. Yeah, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Share this everywhere. Peep all the links down in the description. Like, subscribe, share this everywhere. And you guys already know who I am. I am Mr. D to the O to the N to the C to the H to the A to the O to the S, your friendly neighborhood JUGGALO, the Karma Millionaire. If you don't know, now you know. If you still don't know, well, then it sucks to be you. So, and before we go, let's get the schedule going. I thought I put the schedule up here, did I? I did. And I have a few more topics, actually. So, obviously, I'm going to Wu-Tang next month. So, anyone that's going to Wu-Tang next month, come say what's up. Also, this past week was the 28th anniversary of the Almighty Fourth Joker's card of Deck 1. The Great Malenko. Sorry, y'all. I'm getting tired. These streams make me tiring. A lot of people don't realize that streaming can make you tired sometimes, but in a good way. So yeah, we had that. We have the Ultra Live, finally, the 5th show for the Ultra Live Monster 5, Saturday, September 13th, going down in South Pier Island, Texas. Am I going to be there? Probably. It would probably be the only monster out of all the Ultra Live Monster 5 shows I went to, because I didn't go to the other ones as much as I wanted to, but this is probably going to be the only one I go. And if I only do go to this one. Who cares? Who cares? I don't need to go to all 5 shows. I really don't. I've just been needing a Juggalo show badly, especially the Clowns, a Ouija show, and me and Taylor have been needing the Gathering. So yeah, so here's the schedules for this weekend for the Juggalo TV guide. Right now, here's tonight's schedule. No, that's Sundays. Where's Thursdays? There it is. Here's Thursday's schedule. Here's Friday's schedule. Here's, Friday's schedule. Here's Saturday's schedule. And then here's the schedule for Sunday. So I will see you guys this Sunday for the Chaotic Clown Lounge, y'all. All right. Again, if you guys want to be on the Hours of Chaos podcast, just hit me up ahead of time. Mainly hit me up on my Instagram. That's probably the best place to do that. And yeah, help me and Taylor make sales so we can make the Gathering, y'all, so we can come home and be with y'all. Because like I said, I haven't seen a lot of y'all in person in a while, and there's a lot of y'all that I've not yet met in person that I want to meet in person. Just like I want to see a lot of people repping Chaos Trip, which is my merch, at the Gathering. All right, y'all. Later, y'all. See you guys Sunday for the Chaotic Clowns Lounge. Whoop, whoop. Don Chaos signing out.